Mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check 1 2 3. Mic check 1 2 3. Mic check 1 2 3. Happy Sunday, y'all. Happy Sunday.
The Lord said, you must eat and be satisfied. The Lord said, you must eat and be satisfied.
Oh, no, the killing it the bad doctor.
Mic check, mic check, mic check.
My God!
You better can cook.
My God!
You have your pretty look. You want leave a restaurant and come down man bank book. Cook, recipe book. Go in at the kitchen from your hand them. No look, you better cook. Think you're there for your pretty look. You want leave a restaurant and come down man bank book. Cook, recipe book. Go in at the kitchen from your hand them. No look. Big Sunday morning, you lay down in a bed for you boil some banana, steam some fish head. You mad? Boy, you want sausage and egg. Big man no wanna bully beef and bread first thing. Better get your fingernails clip. Snip, snip, tall fingernails take a trip. You know you can't peel green banana with it plus dumpling. You better can cook. Think you're there for your pretty look. You want leave a restaurant and come down man.
Rubbing people.
Cook, recipe book. Go in at the kitchen from your hand, them no look, you better cook. Think you're there for your pretty look, you want leave a restaurant and come down, man.
Rubbing.
Cook, recipe book. Go in at the kitchen from your hand, them no look. Have some gal way past them teen. Big atty I live pan sardine. Can't even cook out foot and broad bean, but them ready for the devil knows ice cream. I was smell so green. I must some last week food you a steam. No sir, I couldn't the cabbage smell so mean. A running belly you want give me.
My God!
You better can cook.
My God!
Hold on.
The Lord said, you must eat and be satisfied.
Oh,
Something alright?
no, the killing it the bad doctor.
Something alright.
The Lord said,
Pull up.
you must eat and be satisfied.
Run it again.
My God!
One more time, people.
My God!
Rubbing.
You better can cook. Think you're there for your pretty look. You want leave a restaurant and come down man bank book. Cook, recipe book. Go in at the kitchen from your hand them. No look, you better cook. Think you're there for your pretty look. You want leave a restaurant and come down man bank book. Cook, recipe book. Go in at the kitchen from your hand them. No look. Big Sunday morning, you lay down in a bed for you boil some banana, steam some fish head. You mad? Boy, you want sausage and egg.
My
Big
God!
man no wanna bully beef
My
and
God!
bread first thing. Better get your fingernails clip. Snip, snip, tall fingernails take a trip. You know you can't peel green banana with it plus dumpling. You better can cook. Think you're there for your pretty look. You want leave a restaurant and come down man bank book. Cook, recipe book. Go in at the kitchen from your hand. You better cook. Think you're there for your pretty look. You want leave a restaurant and come down man bank book. Cook, recipe book. Go in at the kitchen from your hand. Them no look. Have some gal way past them teen. Big atty I live pan sardine. Can't even cook out foot and broad bean, but them ready for the devil knows ice cream. I was smell so green. I must some last week food you a steam. No sir, I couldn't the cabbage smell so mean. A running belly you want give me. You better can cook. Think you're there for your pretty look. You want leave a restaurant and come down man bank book. Cook, recipe book. Go in at the kitchen from your hand them. No look, you better cook. Think you're there for your pretty look. You want leave a restaurant and come down man bank book. Cook, recipe book. Go in at the kitchen from your hand them no look.
My God! My God!
The
Lord said, you must eat and be satisfied.
Rubbing, people. Rubbing.
The Lord said, you must eat and be satisfied. The Lord said, you must eat
check, mic 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 check.
The Lord said, you must eat and be satisfied.
Wagwan. Big up everybody on the line. Big up everybody on the line. Big up everybody in the chat right now. Big up everybody we are roping. Rock and come in, rock and come in. Yeah, man, you don't know the thing go. Alright, we're going to play it one more time. Know what I mean? And then we're going to start up the live. Alright? So everybody rock and come in. Share it. Make everybody know say it start. You know what I mean? We actually start on time this time. You understand? That's how we do it, man. Yeah, man. Roping people.
Yo, Kado.
Hold it.
Girl, you better can cook. Think you're there for your pretty look. You want to leave a restaurant and come down, man, bank book. Cook, recipe book. Go in at the kitchen from your hand, them no look, you better cook. Think you're there for your pretty look. You want to leave a restaurant and come down, man, bank book. Cook, recipe book. Go in at the kitchen from your hand, them no look. Big Sunday morning, you lay down in a bed for you boil some banana, steam some fish head. You mad? Boy, you want sausage and egg. Big man, no one only beef and bread first. My God! Better get your fingernails clipped. Snip, snip, tall fingernails take a trip. You know you can't peel green banana with it plus dumpling. You better can cook. Think you're there for your pretty look. You want to leave a restaurant and come down, man, bank book. Cook, recipe book. Go in at the kitchen from your hand, them no look, you better cook. Think you're there for your pretty look. You want to leave a restaurant and come down, man, bank book. Cook, recipe book. Go in at the kitchen from your hand, them no look. Have some gal way past them teen. Big atty I live pan sardine. Can't even cook out foot and broad bean, but them ready for the devil knows ice cream. Shireen, I was smell so green. I must some last week food you a steam. No sir, I couldn't the cabbage smell so mean. A running belly you want give me. Y'all better can cook. Think you're there for your pretty look. You want to leave a restaurant and come down, man, bank book. Cook, recipe book. Go in at the kitchen from your hand, them no look, you better cook. Think you're there for your pretty look. You want to leave a restaurant and come down, man, bank book. Cook, recipe book. Go in at the kitchen from your hand, them no look.
Something alright. Something alright, yeah.
My God! My God!
Wagwan people. I don't know. Welcome. Roping. Yeah, man. Welcome to another live. Alright. In the words of J.R. Almighty, you know how we go. Rifle it all like a tip on the toe. Yeah, man. Bless up everybody on the live. Bless up everybody we're coming in a little bit late. You know, we're starting 5 o'clock on the dot to the people. You know it go. One of the things with me is, you know, I really like to be on time. You know what I mean? So as long as I'm here and I'm doing it, you know what I mean, I'm gonna start it and everybody can just rope in and catch which part them for catch. If them not catch the first part, you don't know, you can catch the rerun, you know what I mean? But the show gotta go on, right? Yeah, man. CM so. So big up everybody on the live right now. CM we. Bless up everybody where I watch it right now. You don't know it go. Know what I mean? Bless up on yourself. Alright people. As you may have seen, I have some new sound effects. You know what I mean? We don't forget Miss Rona sound effect because, you know what I mean, you know the one there, the viral one, you know what I mean?
The Lord said, you must eat and be satisfied.
You know what I mean? We can't play the Miss Rona sound effect and don't play the popcorn answer to it, you know what I mean?
No, the Culinary the bad.
Alright. So, as you guys can see, the topic for today is, are women better chefs and cooks than men. I think this is probably one of the most polarizing topics since this live has started, to be quite honest, because I think I think all the topics are polarizing, but I think this one, I can see people strongly agreeing that men are better cooks and chefs, and I can also see a lot of people strongly agreeing that women are better cooks and chefs. So, you know, I'm just the one presenting. I can't really say for sure. I never did, a detailed research with an hypothesis and sample size and all that statistical stuff. You know what I mean? I probably wouldn't even have the resources, to do a sample or a research like that, because you're talking about preference here, something that is subjective, of what tastes good and what does not taste good, or what tastes better or what tastes worse, among people that we're in a world with about 7 billion people, billion with a B. Everybody has different taste buds based on their culture, and even in the cultures there's subcultures within each culture of what people consider to be pleasant and good, or welcoming and tasty, satisfying as far as their taste buds.
Oh, no, the Culinary the bad.
Yeah. So we are take it easy. We're not rush it. We're here till 8 o'clock. I tell you this show is stopping at 8 o'clock on the dot. You know what I mean? Because it's a 3-hour show. It's very lengthy, so it's a lot to talk about. A lot of that stuff. So we just go through it little and shell it down. You know what I mean? So, all right. Okay, let me fix up something. We're gonna get into the slides really quick, but let me just fix something really quick, right here. Hold on with the slide. Okay, excuse me. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. Okay, perfect. All right, see it now. I need to put the chat somewhere. Okay, maybe right here. All right, whatever. All right, cool. So big up everybody on the live. Sure, you guys probably heard that song a while ago. You know what I mean? But I'm going to run it back again still for all who never hear, because we have to introduce the topic the right way. We're talking about food. You know what I mean? Talking about eatings. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, the Culinary the bad.
All right. So, I could run back the intro track to introduce the topic right and proper. All right, people.
The Lord said, you must eat and be satisfied.
All right. Rope in, everybody. Rope in.
Girl, you better can cook. Think you're there for your pretty look. You want leave a restaurant and come down, man, bank book. Cook, recipe book. Go in at the kitchen from your hand, them no look, you better cook. Think you're there for your pretty look. You want leave a restaurant and come down, man, bank book. Cook, recipe book. Go in at the kitchen from your hand, them no look. Big Sunday morning, you lay down in a bed for you boil some banana, steam some fish head. You mad? Boy, you want sausage and egg. Big man, no wanna bully beef and bread first thing. Better get your fingernails clipped. Snip, tall fingernails take a trip. You know you can't peel green banana with it plus dumpling. Girl, you better can cook. Think you're there for your pretty look. You want leave a restaurant and come down, man, bank book. Cook, recipe book. Go in at the kitchen from your hand, them no look, you better cook.
Hey.
Think you're there for your pretty look. You want leave a restaurant and come down, man, bank book.
Yeah.
Cook, recipe book. Go in at the kitchen from your hand, them no look. Have some gal way past them teen. Big atty a live pan sardine. Can't even cook out foot and broad bean, but them ready for the devil knows ice cream. Shireen, I was smell so green. I must some last week food you a steam. No sir, I couldn't the cabbage smell so mean. A running belly you want give me.
My God!
Well I better can cook.
My God!
Think you're there for your pretty look. You want live a restaurant and come done man bank book. Cook, recipe book. Go in the kitchen from your hand them no look you better cook.
Big up Money
Think you're there
Magnet.
for your pretty look. You want live a restaurant and come done man bank book. Cook, recipe book. Go in the kitchen
Big
from
up
your
Back
hand
City
them
World
no
Forum. Yeah, man. Big up everybody for the live. Big up, big up, big up, big up, big up, big up.
My God! My God!
Alright. Remember the I want it a bogo. Hey. Bogo. Hey. Hey. Yeah.
The Lord said, you must eat and be satisfied.
Alright, people. Welcome to the live, everybody. The topic for today, again, is are women better chefs and cooks than men? Polarizing topic. We're going to get into the discussion. But before we do anything else, we first have to go into the sponsors. Okay, so our first sponsor is Katrina Correa, real estate professional. She's a real estate professional with Remax for real estate purchases and rentals in the South Florida area. You can contact her at 561-420-4722, or you can email her at katrina@thejphomegroup.com. Also, you can visit the URL at katrinacorrea.remax.com. People, this is a very well-established realtor in the South Florida area. If you're looking to buy a house in South Florida or even Florida at that, and or if you're trying to look for a rent or you're trying to look for raw land to buy, definitely call Katrina Correa. She will hook you up. Actually, there's a Hometown Heroes Florida housing program going on at the moment. It was effective July 1st, 2023. All working Florida residents are now eligible to receive up to $35,000 down payment and closing costs assistance to buy a home. So guys, if you are looking for, let's say you're looking for a home for, let's say $300,000, I don't know, maybe that's like an average price in the South Florida area right now. 35% on that $300,000 is more than 10% of the actual home, so that's a big help, what I mean. So definitely hit up Katrina Correa. She knows all the laws and stuff like that as it relates to real estate, and she understands the market, and she will help you get into a house or a home, whatever it may be, or if you're just trying to buy raw land to build on or for commercial purposes. All right. Our next sponsor is Millennial Trucking LLC. Millennial Trucking for local and long distance shipping throughout the state of Georgia. Guys, if you are in the Georgia area, or let's say you're even in let's say Jacksonville, or somewhere close to Georgia or Alabama, all those areas, and you're looking for someone to haul goods, whether it's for business or personal, these are the guys you want to call. Millennial Trucking LLC. They're very professional. They reply in quick response time, and they will get you right as far as letting you know, okay, we can get this load this time, drop it off this time, and they'll do it for a good price as well. So definitely hit up millennialstruckingllc.com for hauling loads. All right. Our next sponsor is White Eagle Electric Inc. White Eagle Electric Inc. South Florida services. It's a commercial, residential, and industrial lighting company, right? They do home automation, high voltage, low voltage, data, fire alarm, video distribution, surveillance system, PoE, phone systems, and more. You can contact Norman at 561-693-7227, or you can also contact Lloyd at 561-541-1185. Again, you can contact Norman at 561-693-7227 or Lloyd at 561-541-1185. And that's, guys, if you're looking for a company that can hang a chandelier, if you're looking for a company that can hang a chandelier, if you're looking for a company that can basically run electrical cords in your house or anything electrical through the walls, anything like that, definitely hit them up if you're in the South Florida area or even in Florida. They'll get you right. All right. Also, our next sponsor is the Lloydesville Citizens Association. The Lloydesville Citizens Association presents a family event. It's a free family event and talent show on Saturday, August 19, 2023 at the Brassington Basic School, Lloydesville, St. Catherine. It's hosted by Advodan Fui Entertainment, and also will be they'll have the likes of artists such as Rooksy, T Butler aka Terry Butler, Darren, Higher Access, and many more. I also heard that they added Dollar Sign, very, very talented artists. And they have a fundraiser going on with a food ticket that's only 1,500 Jamaican dollars, guys. So if you're in Jamaica on August the 19th, let's say you're in the city or in Mobay, in Kingston or Mobay, yeah, man, drive down to the countryside and go attend that free event. It's for a good cause. The Lloydesville Citizens Association, they do a lot of work in the community to uplift the community. So definitely go ahead and support them, and they're one of our good sponsors. All right, peeps. So let's get into the actual meat and potatoes of the topic, and then we'll get into the calls shortly. Okay. I believe we'll start with Chin. So Chin, hold tight if you're there. And anybody that's just before we start the topic, anybody that's trying to call right now, guys, my apologies. The phone is on do not disturb at the moment, only because I don't want it to interrupt the live. But when I open up the calls, I'll take it off do not disturb, and you'll be able to call in and say your piece, be a part of the live. All right, cool. All right, so are women better chefs and cooks than men, right? The culinary world has long been dominated by men, but in recent years, women have been making their mark and breaking down barriers in both commercial and residential kitchens. The question of whether women are better chefs and cooks than men in those settings is complex and requires a nuanced exploration of skill, creativity, opportunity, and societal biases. So, basically, off the bat, this article is basically breaking down that, okay, well, there's no definite answer to this. It's really about individual people and their individual skills, opportunities, and the societal biases that prevent certain people from progressing in certain areas of the chef life, right? But let's go further. This article aims to shed light on the topic by examining the factors that influence culinary excellence among both genders, right? Skill and creativity know no gender. Culinary prowess is not inherently tied to gender. Men and women possess the same potential to excel as chefs and cooks. Skill development, knowledge of ingredients, techniques, and creativity are not determined by gender, but rather by dedication, training, and passion. Men and women have demonstrated their abilities to create exceptional dishes in both commercial and residential settings. Commercial kitchen, breaking stereotypes, right? Historically, commercial kitchens have been male-dominated environments, perpetuating the stereotype that men are better chefs. However, this narrative is rapidly changing. Women chefs and restaurateurs are achieving recognition on a global scale, proving that gender is not a determinant of success. Now, guys, reading this part, right? I know a lot of people are probably gonna, when they call in, they're gonna probably say women are the better chefs. But I'm not saying I'm not saying either or, but the question begs, why is it that you see more men um, in commercial cooking than you do see women? Most times you go to a restaurant and you look in the kitchen to see who's the chef or who's the cook. Most of the times it's gonna be a male that's the cook. So that begs the question: are women the better chefs? Are women the better cooks? Or is it men? I don't know, but we'll get down into the topic further, right? All right. So prominent female chefs like Dominique Crenn, Helene Dorose, and Claire Smith have attained Michelin stars and achievements for their innovative cuisine. And guys, if you guys are not familiar with Michelin stars, you guys probably haven't been watching any home channels or any cooking shows your whole life. But a Michelin star is basically how would I put this? It's basically one of the highest awards you could get for your culinary work or chef work. So it's basically like a artist hitting Billboard or winning a Grammy. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like an artist winning a Grammy to get a Michelin star. You know, you don't just give that to anybody. When you think about the amount of restaurants there are in the world, just the amount of restaurants in just your city. Think about the amount of restaurants in your city. You know, and the amount of people that have Michelin stars is very few. It's compared to the amount of restaurants. So that's like a big accomplishment. So basically the article is saying that, women are rising up to get these accomplishments under their belts more and more each day, right? The industry is witnessing a shift towards gender inclusivity, with restaurants valuing talent and creativity over gender. So apparently there was, which I didn't know this until I started to do research. Back in the day, it was harder for women, and it probably still is, harder for women to get into commercial cooking in the commercial cooking industry with certain restaurants, because it was a male-dominated industry. Why that's so? I don't know. There might be many reasons. It could be because maybe women are thought of to be traditionally be cooking in the house for the family and not commercially for people. I don't know, but we'll get down into the topic. Residential kitchens breaking boundaries. In the residential realm, traditional gender roles have often pigeonholed women as homemakers responsible for cooking, right? So it's basically a stereotype that's perpetuating that, to say that, women belong in the kitchen at home, but not in a commercial setting. What do you think? What do you think, chat? Do you think so? You think that's right? Or you think that's cap? However, this notion is outdated. Men are increasingly participating in cooking at home, with many becoming adept at preparing meals, right? As you can see, that guy looks like a stay-at-home dad. I'm not sure, but he's in the kitchen. A lot of guys, you don't see them in the kitchen. The rise of cooking shows and online tutorials has democratized culinary education, allowing both women and men and women to refine their skills. Shared responsibilities in the kitchen promote collaborative culinary experiences, enabling the family to enjoy diverse and delicious meals. As you can see, that's a big family. Looks like mother, father, and kids all getting together and cooking together. That's more of the modern thing that's happening. Back in the day, I think it's probably more popular for just the mother or just the women to be slaving in the kitchen. Now you see the men getting in and doing something as well. Societal bias and opportunities, right? While progress is being made, gender biases persist in the culinary world. Historically, women faced barriers to entry and advancement in professional kitchens due to stereotypes and discrimination. And guys, I'm not sure if you guys can see very clearly, but this graph is basically showing that this was a 2022 survey, right? Number of chefs is 112,000 that was a part of this sample. And within this 112,000 sample, 77% of the head chef were male. Can you believe that? Out of 112 head chefs, 77% of them were male, right? And 20% of them were female. The other 3% were unknown. Now, I'm not sure what unknown means. I'm not sure if that just means that they didn't put their gender, or if they are, identifying as non-binary, or all the other new gender roles that you've been seeing popping up lately. I'm not sure. Likewise, men entering residential kitchens may encounter societal stereotypes that associate cooking with femininity. It is important to challenge these biases and create inclusive environments that value talent, creativity, and dedication regardless of gender. So as you can see, guys, historically, the stereotype was that, look, if you're a man and you're in the home cooking, residentially, not commercially, they look at you as how they look at these guys here. You see that guy in the apron with no shirt on, looking rather feminine, right? And this other guy with another apron with no shirt on, cleaning, looking rather feminine as well. Looking quite cat-whipped, for lack of a better word. So that's the stereotype. Now, the notion that women are inherently better chefs and cooks than men in commercial and residential settings is a fallacy rooted in gender stereotypes, right? Skill, creativity, and culinary excellence are not confined by gender boundaries. Both men and women have the capacity to shine as chefs and cooks, whether in professional kitchens or at home. As the culinary landscape evolves, it is crucial to recognize and appreciate talent and innovation irrespective of gender, fostering an inclusive and diverse culinary world for all. However, many people will feel differently, and their experiences may influence their opinion to disagree with this statement. So guys, really and truly, a lot of people will look at this. A lot of people, hold on people. One sec. So a lot of people will look at this, right? And they'll say, okay, well, Kadu, you just basically wrapped up the topic with, you basically concluded the answer for the topic. No, I didn't conclude the answer for the topic. There's no wrong or right with this thing. It's purely subjective. If you'd ever heard me before, when I started to go into the summary, I did mention that it's subjective. Because when you're talking about a world with 7 billion people, that's 7 billion taste buds,
Oh, no,
all right, so that's 7 billion taste buds. There's cultures that prefer things a certain way, and their perception of what tastes good is different versus other culture. And then within those cultures, there's subcultures, and then within those subcultures, there's other subcultures. So it's a purely subjective thing to say whether men or women are better cooks. But I'd like to hear what you guys are saying when you call in, right? So that's the whole point of the show, right? So here are the topic questions that I'll go through for the callers, right? Are women better chefs and cooks than men, right? That's the main topic. Who does most of the cooking in your household? It's getting a little personal, but I'm not trying to get into your business too much, but it's interesting to know, it's a research show, right? Was the best meal you ever had prepared by a man or a woman? Now this, I think, is gonna let people dig up their memory box to see, because I don't know about anybody else, but I can't think about what is my best meal. I've been on this earth for 33 years, and I never really thought about it to say, oh, this was my best meal this whole 33 years that I've been on here. I don't think about it. I can remember quite a few really, really good meals, but I never really could pinpoint to say one is the best. But it'll be interesting to hear what people will say. Who cooked their best meal, might be themselves as well, right? And what was that meal, right? Do women have a better sense of taste biologically? This is something I heard from someone before, that women, because women are so connected to the earth and to basically to everything, women have a cycle, all these things, what I mean, the full moon, the waves, everything, with nature. Women are, their bodies are connected with nature. So is it a case that women have a better taste, a sense of taste biologically as well? Not sure, we'll see. Why are there more men cooking commercially than women? Definitely need to know that answer, because the article went in on it a little bit, but it never was quite decisive or quite conclusive of what caused that, right? And were your grandparents cooking better than yours today? That's a big question. Remember the Merciless song, Mama cooking are the greatest. Oh yes, Merciless, I just got to confess. You know what I mean? Yeah, so we're here to find out. We're gonna get into it, and we actually have our first caller coming in right now. So guys, let me run a song real quick while I hook up our first caller. All right, so this song that I'm gonna run while I set up the call is a song produced by Cadu Williams Music Group. The artist is Dan Mafia. I'm sure you guys are probably familiar with him. He wrote many of the songs for Beanie Man, including the song them tell one bag a lie, one come frame I and I want it, but we know that's a lie. Yeah man, him write enough songs, so you know what I mean. We could play Dan Mafia now. Dan Mafia, anyway then in the world. Big up yourself. Yeah man.
My God!
Yo, Kado.
My God!
You see, girl, me look good. Where go? Girl, a team, man. Eh? Yo, you're my baby. You're my wife. You know worry about careless girl out the road. Just live your life. Girl, you look good. Every man want a link. Back you up, now sing. Girl, you look good. Every man want a link. Go put on your shorts, come and love when you are print. Girl, you look good. Every man want a link. You're not full of bed bug, flea, and chink. Girl, you look good. Every man want a link. Never get up for your party and drink. Yo! Good body, girl, let's step out and muggle. Some girl a wear spike heel and a wobble. If you reach your yard, you no puggle, you no puggle. And a one jacky sit down in a saddle. Me no raffle, you no play when shade gets the wiggle. Body no tired, girl, you fit like a figure. Cock up in a short and you them a jiggle. But don't stand up in the middle.
My God!
Every man want
My God!
Back you up, now sing. Girl, you look good. Every man want a link. Go put on your shorts, come and love when you are print. Girl, you look good. Every man want a link. You're not full of bed bug, flea, and chink. Girl, you look good. Every man want a link. Never get up for your party and drink.
Let me see. I just want to make sure that our audio is like right. So say something. Let me hear. Okay. Okay. Let me just check with the chat to see if they're hearing both of us properly. Chat, can you hear both of us? I just want to make sure our audio is good before we start. I don't know. We'll see. Mic check. Say something. Okay. Okay, hold on. I'm not getting any. It looks like I'm not getting anything from you. Say something again. Okay, hold on. Let me. Hold on. I don't think they can hear you, but hold on. Let me just hold on. Once. Oh, here. Hold on. Chin. Damn it. Hold on. Hold on, people. We're gonna connect. Hold on, people. One sec. One sec, P. One sec. We're gonna get it right. We're gonna get it right. Hold on. Hold on. One sec. We'll run some tune meantime. Hold on. Hold on. Yo. God D, what's going on? Hold on. Hold on. Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Shit, I can't hear you, dude. Says your audio device is unavailable. What the hell is going on here? Hold on. Chin. I can't hear Chin now. Shit. Hold on, people. Hold on. Technical, technical. Microphone. Oh, there's no microphone. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Chin. Hello? Can you hear me? You're muted, bro. Can you hear me? Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? Uh-oh. Yo. Mic check. You're not hear me? You're not hear nothing? Hold on. Hold on. Let's see what I'm going. Hold on. Hold on. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. Mic check. Mic check. Say something. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Oh my God, what's going on here? Okay. Alright, say something. Yeah. Me hear you, but me don't know if the live I hear you. Hold on. See if the live I hear you. See, let's ask the live. Can you hear the caller? I'm trying to see if the live is here. I'm not seeing anything okay. Man, I don't know what's going on, but you're yeah, I don't know. Can you call the hey, can you call a US number? Are you have any minutes for US? Oh shit. Uh I don't know what's going on, but I can't hear your output. I can't hear it. Yeah. I can hear you, but they can't hear you. That's the you know. Yeah. I don't know what that's about. Say something again. Uh how about no? Say something. Damn it. All right. Hold on. Hold on. All right. Hold on. Chin, I'm gonna play some music and we'll try to fix it. Because they say they can't hear you. And they say I'm very low, right? And they can't hear you. Yeah, so I'm not sure what the deal is. Let me kill this actually let me try this again. Alright, I'm gonna try to call you back and see if that'll work. Alright. Hold on, peeps. Very sorry, guys. Very sorry, guys. We're having some issues here. Like, sucks real bad, you know. Technical. Hold on. Let's try this again. Hold tight, guys. Hold tight. We're gonna get into it. God almighty. Hold on. Alright. Okay. Sound. Okay. Black hole. Okay. Let's try it again. Say that again. Nah. Yeah, something's going wrong, bro. Hold on. Alright, here what I'm just hold tight, Chin. I'm gonna play some music and we're gonna try and fix it. I'll let you know what's going on, alright? Because we don't wanna hold up the show. Alright, bro.
Yo, your body good from head down to toe. Anywhere you go, the man them want you to. Broke off, girl, you know you a pro. Some girl and I'm dead meat, them a must grow. Maintain your pride, your character no low. With girl no parent and a fear tip toe. No catch my eye, top star your own show. You know who did you sell her flow? Girl you look good, every man want a link. Back you up, no sting. Girl you look good, every man want a link. Go put on your shorts, come and love when you a print. Girl you look good. Every man want a link. You're not full of bed bug, flea and chink. Girl, you look good. Every man want a never get you for your party and drink. Yo, you're my baby. You're my wife. You don't worry about careless girl out the road. Just live your life. Enough man I look after you when you come out with your something for the tights. But me not worry about that. Maybe a baby coming over me. I hug you up every night. Girl, you look good. Every man want a link. Back you up, no sting.
What the hell? I think it's working now. Hold on. Never mind. I thought it was working. Never mind. Alright. Yeah, man. Alright, people.
My God!
Ain't that some...
My God!
You know what I mean? Ain't that some... Listen. We're gonna have another caller calling. But in the meantime, go on and run some tune.
Girl, you look good. Every man want a link. Go put on your shorts, come and love when you a print. Girl, you look good. Every man want a link. You're not full of bed bug, flea and chink. Girl, you look good. Every man want a never get you for your party and drink. Yeah.
People fear what them not understand, you know. And me's not a normal youth. Stay see, you know, though.
Nothing never easy round your son. Nothing never easy round your son.
Yo. Mama,
Work like dog and that give me the drive. Overtime put in, me no do 9 to 5. Hold the front line, real worry and a hide. So my time for boss, put more pressure on the pipe. A big dreams that chase can't run down the hype. Sure me can't lose, cause got them on my side. Make sure you left them, then we kill you for your right. Now make them give you candle light. Man, no pain personally. So me no want hurt nobody. Them only see the verse in a way. Man put in too much work in a this. Carry the spring barrel like dirty a me. Now watch the fight we deserve for your way. I be a hater that journey you bring. Now watch the fight we deserve for your way. And that me never sell out. For live big, travel the rockiest road. Instead, stay in a million, them coulda mix me. Boss man never give up like Christy. Them coulda use like sand trick me. Never frighten me for things, bad pick me.
Please leave your message for
before you lead me astray, cut the linkage. Kill me enemy, and God forgive me. Now I go make my mama ball say she miss me. The man the perfect, to them me guilty. Going at the road and dig it like guilty. Before my beg my radar, push a barrow. Fall off, wish part me and stand up. Get a matic, I'm a full it up a hammer.
Hello?
Carlos.
Oh yeah, what go on?
God damn it, man. Yo, the devil at work on the live today, dog. What go on?
Yo, man, I've been trying to call him for a minute, bro. Each time I call him, I get a voice, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so that was my fault. I actually had, I was logged into the wrong account by accident, but the thing earlier with Chin, I honestly don't know what the hell that is, but I'm sorry I never tested it. I just assumed that everything was fine. So, you know what? Whatever. I'm over it. So what go on, bro? What you deal with?
Yeah, I'm out there, brother, man. I go and take you in the live and thing. You know, I go as always, you know. Nice topic, you know.
Yo, man, listen. I don't like when my flow is like, you know, I mean, I like when my flow kind of slow down, you know what I mean? I'm always like, go, but, you know, it is what it is, you know? Yeah. So, how the Sunday evening?
Yeah, Sunday when I go and go in, I'm just going to eat some food or prepare a while ago, you know, me do some man. Chin do a part, like a collaborative work, you know? Kind of interesting to know, say, the topic is about who is a better chef, man, a male or a female.
Yeah.
And, well, when it comes down to a topic like that, you know, we kind of have mixed views as it regards to that, as it relates to that, you know, because, I mean, it just depends, you know, like, why you consider to be like somebody, what you use to consider somebody to be a great chef, because in my own, I can say, alright, like, more, you know, some have a meal for me, prepare for me, really good at it. You get where I come from. And then, and the other, you know, don't know, say, she know she go prepare a meal for she master it. You get where I come from. So when I say she mastered a meal, I said, alright, so me give her the upper hand with that, and vice versa, you know. But no, if me can't really speak large, if I say, boy, like, if a female is a better chef, or a male is a better chef versus a male chef, because at the end of the day, me just think it all depends on why you master in cooking as an individual, you know.
Right.
But then again, you have this popular narrative about their spot. You have enough man always say, boy, mama cooking are the greatest. Everybody say mama cooking are the greatest. So the thing is that, though, when a man say mama cooking are the greatest, basically I put it out there that, you know, say, a woman are the better cook. I mean, I want to say the better cook. You get me come from, because we not even raised for the commercial aspect. We are talking about in the home. We not go commercial. So when a man say that, he must say, alright, I know say a woman are the better cook, you know, them can cook well. As opposed to like a man, because most time in the home, you know, really say, man not too the day really cook like that. I'm not gonna lie. Most time my mother they didn't cook all of the food. On Sunday, I them a grate the coconut, I them a cook the rice and peas. On Saturday, I them a cook the soup. In a week, I them a get all them different variation of dishes that we grew up on. You know? My father cooked, you know, don't get me wrong, you know, my father cooked on them. You know, I grew up in a different home. My father Rasta. We get exposed to all of the soup and all them kind of things. So. Like,
sip? Yeah, man. We know a sip,
yeah,
man.
You get exposed to all them things, man. I get where I come from. So it's different from my part. So then my mother appear me what she cooks. So you know, but my mother she always the most of the cooking, you know. So me that's say well my mother is a great cook. She can cook well. Yeah, I come from, so right, that's why I'll give my mother credit. I mean, every other man I'll give their mother credit because every man I got to their mother. I mean, I feel the mother pot the best food I ever eat. I mean, well, Jamaican man always say that still. Them always say that. So I mean, but my father, she have my female, my master too, you know, like that. So we make them sit there and porridge and all them kind of thing. And I say, well, that's shot, you know. That's shot. So I learn some of them things I see with this too, you know. So, in that regard, but I say, well, to me really have, because I think, I don't want to say it equal, you know. I just feel like some woman have some food of them master. Some man have some food of them master. Vice versa. I can't speak about other nation like the Caribbean, like, because I'm not really too dividend that man for them food like that still. And I try to discriminate against somebody's food, I can't stick to my food still, you know. But now and then we eat some Chinese food. I don't know if it's a man prepare it or a woman prepare it. Whoever prepare the food, sometimes I think it tastes good. You know, maybe there's an average taste of food still, you know. So, I mean, it varies to me still, bro. It varies. I'm not gonna lie you. When it comes down to that. If you talk about baking though, sometimes a man bake some mad pudding and them things in Jamaica. You have a spreader now where they sell some pudding in my community, and I'm not like pudding tastes well as a man. And then, you know, other woman with the bake pudding too and them things tastes good too. So I think based on my experience in here with experimenting on food and things in my community and traveling to other parishes and like going to other countries. Like me just have like some mixed experience because even my grandmother too and my aunts them and them things, them can cook well too. Women and my family them can cook well too.
What them say? Fire top, fire bottom and heaven at the middle, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah man.
Ella top, ella bottom and heaven at the middle.
Yeah man. Yeah man, that's how I grew up on. You know, well anybody up on life they must well I like to think that we have grown adults on the life, but maybe some of them don't know that thing I wish for putting a bacon. You have fire top and fire bottom, you beat the pudding from coal or wood fire. Wood fire
yeah, like wood fire with coal or something like that.
Yeah man, and that, you know that big pudding pan there we use. One big pudding pan and I like them to go fancy put baking thing with them, some big pudding pan and broad and sometimes you have some chaperone and them thing. You know? So I don't want to. Yeah.
There's actually this guy. I saw this vlog on YouTube where there's this guy. I can't remember his name, but he's somewhere. I think in either St. Elizabeth or somewhere thereabout. And he has this. Yeah. He has this like nice little shop where all he sells is like Dutch pot. Dutch pot. He sells Dutch pot. You can cook anything or bake anything in each of the Dutch pot. Them different styles, different everything. And he has one specifically for baking pudding. He has the Dutch pot for baking pudding and everything. It's a very interesting place. I would like to go there one day, but carry on.
Where is that located? It's interesting though. Is it in St. Thomas?
I think it's in St. Mary. It's in St. Mary. St. Mary is what I remember. And this guy, his father used to make the Dutch pot, and his father passed away and he take on the business, but it's an interesting thing because the way how they make their pots and the molds that they have, it's like a secret mold and all type of stuff, that they carry on the business tradition and the family tradition that way.
Yeah, we grew up here in like people always say like the Dutch pot. Even me kind of grew up with that same kind of thinking that like using the Dutch pot to cook, like I get a different vibe from the food and you eat it and things to them. Even me, food me I talk about people here. The different vibe when you eat the food and things too. So basically, me live here right now, and sometimes me go out to do and cook pan and cold. I get me a cold pot and me use and cook out to do it and things to get my food cooked. And there's a Dutch pot me used to,
Yeah.
So I can't see where that I come from still now, but no, I don't want to divert too much from the world topic.
Alright. Yeah. So in your opinion, Carlos, would you say women are better chefs and cooks than men? Or would you say men are better chefs and cooks than women?
Alright. I listened to your live earlier, right? And you do some research, right? And the research basically showing where statistically you have more male chefs versus female chefs, right?
Right.
So that goes to show that male dominate that area. You know,
Right.
so I mean, given the mere fact that you have more male chef than female chef, that goes to show that I don't think it really means that you have more better male chefs than female chefs. I just think that I mean
Okay.
it was just at a time where within the culinary industry, especially in the hotel industry in Jamaica, you have that era was largely dominated by male, brother. Most of the industry, especially hotel, most of those jobs are always being dominated by male. So
Right.
you know, most of them are always getting those jobs. You know, so that's why you tend to have like a larger proportion of male that seems to be working professionally as a chef versus a female. Because you know, if you should look right now, you have a lot of females right now who are actually occupying that space. You know, so I just think back then more opportunity was there for male, and they had the greater advantage then, not because of their skills and because them can do it better. You know, just like any other like career in any other like field, you have male dominating the area, and I don't think because a male be able to dominate the area because I mean a man. So and I like me I try to tell against someone. Really and truly still me say 1 and 2 together. So like in other areas, bro, you tend to have more male dominating that space, dominating the space. So that's why you know, especially with chef now you find you have more males.
Right.
But then though, if you should look for it now, yeah, so I'm very good female chef out there too. With work that I do a good job. Me grew up on creative cooking. And creative cooking and me I watch everybody know creative cooking. The creative cooking and me grew up and I watch it was a woman. I run out the creative cooking, bro. I forgot what she name. She name Maisie. I don't remember exactly. I don't call her name.
Man, I used to remember watching creative cooking when I was a kid. Watching creative cooking. Oh my God! Like I wish I could try those foods and all that stuff, you know. But no, I'm old enough now. I can actually, you know, go out get my recipes and try it myself, you know. But sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, and then I can remember at the time when I was at primary school and creative cooking and I came to my school and I prepared fried rice. The first time I ever had fried rice. I don't remember what age it was though. But it was the best fried rice thing I ever had up until now, up until today, you know. It was done professionally, you know. So it was prepared by a female, you know. I don't know what other big name female chefs out there, but I mean, you know, they have more big names male chefs out there. I'm not lying, all over the world, you know. And you know, you can talk about even Chef Ramsay. You know, I've been like Chef Ramsay food, but based on the same performance. It was a big. When I talk about big chef, all you can mention the name Chef Ramsay because he dominate the space, you know. So, when I like, even though I cannot say if male chefs are better than female chefs, that's the reason why you have more male dominating the space. I just think like really and truly, like back then there was probably was an unfair advantage, bro. That's why I have more male dominating because
So,
think you have female can cook equally as
why?
male.
But why though? Why do you think? Do you think that is it men or women or both that don't want women cooking in the commercial setting? What's the reason? And
I
what,
mean, you know, I mean, really and truly, I just think really, I just the stigma around it more time. I just think like it just like man is just known to always like dominate a certain area, especially cooking. So you know, as I say, them always grew up with this notion, this narrative that you know, a man run an office, a man a cook this, a man a got them deal with this, you know. So it just feel like I say, even if a woman should have tried, a woman probably start off when them go work in the kitchen, them probably start working and like them start wash up dishes and everything. That's how them start off, you know, they have to start work and start probably in the dining room, and if they have a desire to go in the kitchen, them reach it. So they have to actually prove themselves more before them can reach that point. I think women have more, they must prove more so they can do it versus a male, bro. That's how me think still, you know. You know, and even though I think they are equally as talented as a man whenever it comes to cooking, I just think they have to prove themselves more.
So what do you mean by that? You don't think that is it that women aren't applying for these jobs, or what do you mean prove themselves more?
All right, you know what, women we should prove themselves. So in order for it, just like they have to go from different levels, you know. Like based on what me see so far most time, like if a female apply for like a simple like job in the kitchen, like they're gonna be like a prep. They're gonna prep the food and things. They probably have to start off by doing work in a store, then me like start wash up dishes. You know, because at least the master they might start from this. I just like from based on observation and some cross training with the other areas, they might start with an introduction to some culinary skills like learn how to cut up the vegetables and anything like in the kitchen and thing, and then from that stage they might move on to start doing other things alongside the chef until they might end up being like an assistant chef or a sous chef. So I don't think the different is different versus a meal. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead.
Yeah, and the thing is that though, I mean, my can just come right after the road and say, all right, you know, some have experience in preparing this and preparing that, and like them, I will take him right for that because I'm say, oh man, the stigma around men being good chefs, brother, like, right away. You get me coming from, the ball gets selected. You know?
I guess my question is, if women are known traditionally, you know, like everybody here can remember who used to cook for them as a child, whether it's their mother, their grandmother, their auntie. Usually, most of the times, if you ask any chef in the world or anybody, most of the times it's gonna be a female that introduced them to some good food and good cooking at first. So how is it that doesn't translate to commercial? And why is it that when it comes commercially, men are looked at as more preferred as chefs and cooks than females? I don't get it.
Yeah, the thing is that in a system, like I mean, as I said, just like other other careers or other like skills, bro, where like males tend to dominate, bro. It's the same thing with that sector as well. Like, you tend to find that there are more males, bro, who dominate that space, and it's just because I mean, like statistically, more males are chefs, right? So I mean,
right.
I guess they're just using the numbers to say, all right, in the past we have a very good male chef, you know, so we want a man to come get back that job there. You know, versus like a woman. But I just feel like it's just based on that stigma. But really and truly though, I think in a sense it could be seen as unfair, you know. But then again, I can't just boldly say it's unfair because I have to look on like a business bird, I have to like a researcher like the hotel industry and like restaurants and different areas that hire chefs to see if it's a case where they have more meals working here. Because even though we might be talking, it could be a case where like that switch now to the point which you have more females are getting jobs as chefs, you know. So as a system, I really have a lot of like information and knowledge on that to say, all right, we can prove so right now you have more male because right now we no place you go right now like popular restaurants you have female in there them are running out of thing. So I mean
right.
it might be changing as we speak right now. So you said okay, so it's you said you basically in your household, Carlos, you do about half of the cooking. So it's 50-50 for you and your significant other, right? Yes.
All right. So and then you also established that did you take a stand to say whether a man is a better cook or a woman? I feel like I didn't hear you completely.
No, you know, I think so. I am not. So really and truly, I didn't take a stand to say a man is a better cook versus a female. And my reasons for that, I think it all depends on, and I cannot boldly say that because it all depends on but after like a case study and a house by house, you know, house by house to determine that. Because the thing is that no. Alright, or reason I say that though, right? Because I say like in my home I can speak like clearly say it could be never curious but me have certain meal and never have preference cooking. My significant other have a meal or she prefer to cook. Right? So in that sense, but that's alright now, she have a preference, she cook it all the time. So it always tastes good and she prepare it. So I say alright, that's shot, you know, she do it well.
Right.
And the other one is the same for me, me do something well. So I say alright, that you master it, you do it the best. So you think you do it good. So in that case, all of we can cook the food that me are cooking, she can cook the food that me are cooking, and me can cook the food that she are cooking. But on that basis, though, I would say really, you're kind of like a 50-50 in my house. You get me where I come from? Because me can cook and she can cook. Don't get me wrong. But in the other houses, it might be different. If it's a case where you have a man alone that do all the cooking in the house, then it is fair to say that the man is a chef. There's no comparison because I'm one of the cooking all the time or the better cook. If him significant other sometimes it's fry egg or you know like fry egg as a and I not boil and banana, you know. Based on Alexa to that thing, Alexa to that thing like and I say boy, big Sunday morning and get up in a bit for boil two banana and everything there. You might give man sausage and egg and anything. So if you monitor the sausage and egg and all them things, brother, we're like, yo, bro, that's not balance. The man are the better chef. The man are the better cook, not a chef because I'm professor. The man are the better cook. So there is no comparison right there, bro. But then again, you know, Tristan, listen to it, you know, there's some man out there, them are bad chef, you know. Them are bad cook, you know. Because, you know, I hold up a case, I'm sure I'm here, so some man can cook stew piece, wicked. Yo, that's stew piece argument, no, brother. Enough man get all by stew piece, no, brother. Watch, you know, man. They watch you go and they look on angel and being a man. Man, I still please will be in a man, you know, brother.
The Lord said,
two people be
you
in a
must
brother, so
eat
convenient.
and be
So married angel, you
satisfied.
know. And be a good force. So in that home, it is clearly shown that I angel. I share the cook this, you know.
Yeah.
So that's why I know I say, boy, let's say, yo, a man a better chef and a woman a man a better cook, brother. I know why I say that. When it comes like the commercial cooking, it's a different story, that, you know. More male dominate the space, you know. But in a home, bro, it's a different thing, you know. Enough man can't cook neither. That's next thing. Enough man cannot cook to save themselves, bro. So enough man that can't. No disrespect to no man that can't cook, and no disrespect to any man that can't cook. I just think it's a learning process. If you decide to really want to cook, you can do it. Because sometimes you up on the internet, brother, I see some cooking go on, you know. I say a joke thing this. Yo, I see all a brother will call himself big up ding dong, you know. No disrespect to ding dong, but by the time that during COVID time, I up on the internet, I say ding dong I cook some food, bro. I think a curry chicken I cook. I see the man like him put butter bean in the curry chicken, brother. You know, he tell the man throw off the water off of the butter. The man throw the water in the curry chicken, and I said no. That, bro.
Yo, I saw that. Like, I've never seen somebody put butterbean in a curry chicken. That is ludicrous. Like, what?
Bro.
Like, somebody tell me if I'm not. Tell me if I'm not making any sense, or maybe I'm not hip to chef work and cooking but I've never seen anybody put butterbean in a curry chicken. I just never seen it. I know you put carrot. You put Irish potato, you know what I mean? And then the good thing there. But me never seen nobody put no beans in there. Me never see it still. I ding dong me see bossy style, but me don't know, maybe if I try it, maybe one day me try it and it's nice, because you don't know you eat like oxtail with butterbean and them stuff there, but curry chicken just seem like in a mix, you know?
No, I don't think that kind of out of line to me, you know, because out of line. Number one, I not beat him for put butterbean in the curry, you know. That is the way him beat, like him throw the water in it. That's like the water is slimy, you know. So we throw that in a curry and cook that and say that shit. I don't know, like me, everybody tastes but different still, you know. Everybody tastes but so like maybe you might do that and that might suit him, but like for me, looking at the outside, I just think that never look right in my eyes and presentation. Because presentation goes a far way in a food. I mean, I'm not to start our presentation goes a far away. Presentation
is just as important as the taste of the food. You know why? Because people eat with their eyes.
Yeah.
People eat with their eyes. Trust me. Eating is like a mental thing. Hold on. Why?
No.
Hold on. I'll fix up what I say. But alright, guys, just take out the wine out there. But eating is a mental thing, you know, because first when you see the food, it don't matter if the food actually tastes good in flavor, you know. When you see the food, if the presentation is not good and it just look chaka and plaka, your mind automatically gonna tell you say it not gonna suit you, it not gonna please you. And when you start eat it, you're not gonna enjoy it. You know, you're gonna probably just eat a little bit and left it. But when you see a food put together properly, and you know, like when you see the rice scoop up in a little circle and thing like that, and the meat separate properly and the veggie and all of them little thing there, it just look enticing. It make you just want to devour.
Yep. I agree that 100%, but the presentation goes a far way when it comes to food. Like enough time you see some food, bro, and like just the way it's here, I don't want it, you know. So, and I want next thing I can tell you what I think I observe most. I think females, brother, have better presentation when it comes to food, bro, versus a male. I'm not gonna lie.
Interesting.
females they present food better. Because but brother, normally brother, females have this thing where they do things like they are more particular when it comes to presentation, brother. So like naturally, you have to see that. Enough time man just throw some food on a plate, but like not like in our culture, Jamaica. From when I eat some flowers, you probably see I meat or let's throw all over the food and thing and them to eat it. And like to me, bro, like, me want that. Like, I come from probably a woman that want that to eat.
Yeah.
So like that one next year which part me can say me get female upper hand because as I said they present them food better as opposed to a male still. So I mean brother, I just think it's unfair to just like male is generally better cook than female.
So is it the organizational skills? Because usually I can say this: women on average are extremely more organized than men in everything, like in schoolwork, in work, in house, everything like that. Because look, I consider myself pretty organized, you know what I mean, as far as as a man. But when we look upon my wife more organized than me, you know what I mean. I'm very organized mostly with work, but when it comes to my personal life, I just kind of wing things, you know what I mean, for the most part. Besides some important things, I'll write it down. But my wife will have a calendar with, we got to do this at this time on this day and this at this time and that day. A lot more organized. So I put that into what you're saying, Carlos, that when you cook food and stuff, when you deal with food, presentation wise, you're saying that women usually have a better presentation with food than men because presentation takes organizational skills in order to present food properly versus man, we just want to eat.
Oh, no.
Man, we just want to eat, so we just cook the food and just quickly just put it on the plate and start eat. Why? Right?
Yeah.
Alright, moving on to the next question because we want to get Tamasha Taylor on the call.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So was the best meal you ever had prepared by a man or a woman? And what was that meal?
Boy, that's a tough question, you know, because I mean, like, for most of my life growing up, bro, I mean, we can say like as far as my home, bro, I always eat good meals. I mean, the best meal is definitely prepared by a female. Because I've had so many well done meal, bro, to the point where I can't point out say like that I one of the best meal I ever had. You know, I come from like so. It was prepared by a female, honestly.
So you can't remember what type of meal or even the type of food. Maybe you can't remember the exact meal, like, you know. Because
the thing is that I see the reason why we can't, because I say like most of the meals I mean, brother, like they're well prepared, you know. Like I can't tell you what me like, and every time I get that meal, it always be well. Alright, not my own, brother. I love shrimp and rice. Shrimp and rice. Yeah, shrimp and rice. Alright. When I grew up, my mother went to
like French shrimp or what?
Curry shrimp.
Oh, curry shrimp. Yo, curry shrimp bad.
Curry shrimp.
Curry shrimp bad.
My God.
Curry shrimp shop. And then I never talk about like my mother. I mean, when she do my fried chicken and everything, but then when she normally eat chicken. On Sunday, you know, the rice and peas and fried chicken. Yeah,
rice and peas and fried chicken. Yo.
I cook that chicken there. Yeah, man. That shot, you know. So, like, we can point to them, but trust me, there are numerous other meals, bro, that I've had, bro. And it tastes well, bro.
Yeah.
So, that's why I don't want to just point to one and say, right, the best meal I've ever had. I have so many good meals growing up.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoy them, you know. And it's definitely prepared by a female. But not to say, but because I think about if your mother cook or sister, you can't, as I say, to me, kind of unfair. If your mother do most of the cooking,
yeah.
And then you will get the best meal prepared by her. But if your wife do most of the cooking, your wife will get the best cooking.
So you think that the type of cooking that your parents cook for you growing up, that's basically trains your taste bud to a way to where when you become an adult, you start, you know, the things that you like is based on the meals that you had when you were a kid. You think that have any link, or you think that doesn't have anything to do with each other because you can grow up and then you used to probably grow up on a certain food, but you're not even really fond of it anymore. Now you're eating different, you know, especially when money start run and you start eat like wild rice and all them things there.
Alright, well definitely. Well, I can clearly say that I'm not a foodie. So the taste bud that I have right now is based on the food that I had growing up, bro. And based on what the meals that my mother prepared. I think that because I'm culturally used to that meal being prepared, bro. It's
Right.
like I develop that desired taste bud to the point where like if I go anywhere to buy like a Jamaican food, like I'm expecting the meal to taste like that. And if it is not tasting like what I've had in the past, bro, I always like give it like a 1 out of 10. I always like I give people food and time I go buy it and I say, hey bro, this is not like this food that tastes good because it is nothing like I had. But sometimes I think it's kind of anti your judgment, bro, because somebody else might go to buy that same food and think are the best thing they ever have, you know. So to answer your question, yes, I use my judgment based on the taste bud that I have.
Oh, hold on, Carlos. Hold on. If I have to call you back, I will. Hold on.
Call from.
Marsha Taylor.
To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Marsha!
Yes.
Alive. Alright. I had Carlos on the call, but I'll call him back if I need to because I figure you probably were busy and you really wanted to get off what you're saying still. Wagwan, cuz?
What's up? One, tune in on the topic where the have, you know. The topic I really need to tune in. I'm here the man attack, so what about the woman?
Yeah, because we have to have a woman call in and give you her take on it, no?
Yes.
So where you say, man or woman, which one of them are the better chef and cook?
Woman a better chef than man, of course, 100%.
And why you say so?
Woman a better cook than man. Man really do chefing, but woman a better cook than man because woman have taste. And woman cook with taste. Man not really cook with taste. So I think the taste bud for woman is way better than man taste bud for man. The cook but them man we do like cook because of portion and how them cook and everything like that and guideline. But woman can just go and cook by just cook with them taste.
Okay, so man, you
but
say
majority of the time, why you see man in a kitchen more than woman in a the big client thing then because it's a lot of work for woman and them all them big heavy something to lift up and cook in easily. And man preferred most of the time people prefer when a man in the kitchen than when a woman in the kitchen when in them place there. That's why the most demand is in man.
See, that's the answer that I was wondering because I was speaking to Carlos, I read the article and there wasn't anything decisive on. Yes, we understand mostly men are head cooks and chefs and stuff like that in the restaurant industry, in the commercial industry, but it doesn't necessarily pinpoint why this is the case. So you're saying that because that type of work, it requires like heavy lifting and have to deal with big pattern and
big stuff, and then at the end of the day, people like to see when a man in a them big kitchen there than a woman. So the industry are gonna be populated, are gonna be more man request than woman. Not saying that woman cannot do it, but they rather have a man in them big places than having a woman in a them places. So the requirement are gonna be both a man. But that means say man can cook better than woman because woman taste bud is way better than man taste bud.
So let me ask you a question, right? Alright, so you know how like in sports, right? Let's say a man will play basketball or football on like a corner league level, right? Where I just playing in corner league and thing. Him a baller in the league there, you know. But when him going at the NBA, him not do so well because the NBA man them a compete and the them and the English Premier League man them a compete on a higher level. They're competing on a higher level, right? So I look at like the chefs in the commercial space as the guys that are in the NBA and in the Premier League, because they have to cook to please like thousands of people or hundreds of people and stuff like that on a daily basis. So
but woman can cook for the thousands of people, hundreds of people. It's just that with the woman cooking, it's just that them have heavier things to deal with than when the man can angle it harder for the woman. But any woman can go in any big thing and cook if them need to cook. Because we see woman cook in a restaurant, woman cooking a big iron place before. But it's just that the demand is more of a man, because after work, woman tend not to do it because it requires a lot of work.
Right.
So I want to really try to go do it like that, because the work is very hard on the woman's side. It's a lot of work when it comes on to a woman doing that. But it's not that a woman cannot do it. You have women who are real cook, and no matter what they're cooking at any big restaurant, but it's just as we say again, any big commercial place, it's just as we say again, it requires a lot of work. And in our country, in our most, when we are grow up our stuff, people tend to, when woman in a big place are cook, them tend to like, most people say, woman in there cook and da. They don't really like when woman in them big place they are cook. So it kind of put a damp on the woman there, because they rather a man in as a chef than a woman when they go to those places to eat.
So tell me, say, a man would come out, let's say I'm going to have lunch with a bunch of people, and him look coming at the restaurant and see there's a woman chef, and automatically turn off.
Yes, some of them is like that. Some man don't want to see woman in kitchen.
But that's not right. Why people think so?
But when they're home, the woman cook and everything. But when they're in a big iron place, them no want, some of them man don't want to see that is a woman is preparing their food in the big iron place. I'm telling you.
So do they think that woman can prepare the food the right way, or
No. They know that woman can cook the way they were more. But because woman go through a lot of stages, they think about those stuff. Because some man is very funny, because woman go through stages. So they feel like when a woman is going through their stages, they don't want no food from the woman at that time.
Okay, me understand what you say. Yeah, I mean, personally, I think that doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, really and truly, when you think about
it's
it,
still
Marsha,
somebody cooking, and it's still about sanity, no matter what.
That's the thing.
Not because a woman go to stages, that means they're not clean. They are clean, but men are so funny. And stay a certain way, men tend to be some men tend to be a problem to them when it comes on to that time of the month or whatever with women.
Yeah,
so women are funny at times.
I understand some men are funny, but I really don't get it, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of men out there, they don't see no cycle or nothing like that, but them probably dig out them rear and don't wash them hand and touch up the food.
Exactly, them probably check, I wouldn't know about the same way. So them it's still like, come on. Right. It doesn't matter to me. I don't know the man we are prepared them when they are doing at them also either.
Exactly.
Yeah, them back.
Exactly. So I understand the stereotype, but when I really think about it, it's kind of stupid that people think that way.
Yes, it is stupid.
Wow.
It is stupid that they think that way. So therefore, then that becomes the part where a woman get pushed to the curb when it come like that. And sometimes when a woman go into a big, especially especially it's a busy place, and the woman them have to do so much work, it's not easy, because when you go in there and see them pot there and them something we have to deal with and them something there, it's like most likely in the Jamaican world, in the Caribbean world, and people we do mostly cooking. But like places like certain places you can just put stuff in there, push it in there, the whatever, and say it more easier. So sometimes in those places you see woman there, but to me, woman just don't like to be in that type of settings. That's what I think with a woman. They don't want to be in that setting. They don't want to be that chef setting. But if they have to, they will. But it's not something that they're created for to do. My grandmother was a big chef. You know that.
Yeah.
Our grandmother have a big chef where you know so she have her own big chef place. And she do it, I remember she call her cookie and I was the baddest food and everything. She have a big place in the market. So in a them days the woman can cook.
Yeah. No, that's fact. Honestly,
I can cook with good taste because our food always tastes good.
Yeah, no, definitely. Definitely.
Remember people used to come from far just to go and cookie because that's his thing. I have Indian people who can cook real good. You have women who can cook but then just don't take up that thing as them main thing to do.
Yeah. See, my thing is,
but
thing is, sanitation is the most important thing. You know,
sanitation is the most important thing.
That is my worry. I don't worry about women specifically with sanitation. I worry about people in general with sanitation. Because sometimes even you go into McDonald's and buying your kids like a Happy Meal, you not even know what kind of sanitation are going on with that Happy Meal. And your kids are eat it. You know, so, you know, and then a man with a station
exactly.
It's a female chef, I don't really want fair food, because we don't even know, you know what I mean? It's just, it kind of backwards
exactly.
still, but, they say you can't teach old dogs new tricks, so some people are going stuck in their ways.
Yeah, some people, you're right, some people set in that way, and it's going to make some people think that it's going to make them lose customer because of having a woman being a chef. That's why most people require men. And that is the only downfall with women not being the most chef. Not saying that woman cannot cook. Woman can cook good. So who always to cook when man gone out? No woman. So the hell man should be better than chef. Most of them man at school, them have to go for turn chef. Woman just born with chefing.
Yeah.
Most man at school, them have to go.
Most of them that learn, like not from school but from the home, is a woman that teach them. Woman that teach them. Yeah.
It's the woman that teach them and then graduate and then go school. So this woman is the most the woman is better cook than man. Woman have flavor. Man don't have flavor.
Yes, sir. Yes. So let me ask you a question. Was the best meal you ever had prepared by a man or a woman, and what was that meal?
The best meal I had prepared by a woman.
A woman? Oh.
Yes.
Are you cooking?
Woman bad for rice and peas,
Yeah.
Woman bad for rice and peas, Me not seen a chef bad for rice and be like, woman, Woman bad for rice and peas.
Rice
and back in the days when we growing up where I come from, when you get fried chicken and axle and rice and peas, you lick your finger 100 times. And a woman prepare no man.
Yeah. No, facts. Yeah,
when you used to go them back in the days who cook roti. When we used to eat curry goat and roti, a woman and that was my favorite meal when I was growing up. Curry goat and roti, and me not see nobody, me not see no man a demand. Right now a woman still a make curry goat and roti. Me not see no man a jump and make roti and demand roti like that. A woman still a make roti and certain things.
Let me ask you something, Marsha. All time cooking or nowadays cooking, which one of them better?
All time cooking 100%.
Yeah. Because them time they never use powder seasoning them time there.
They use powder seasoning, but there are certain powder seasoning they use, but most of the time they use a lot of different flavor stuff. But they use powder seasoning, but not like none of them use so much powder seasoning.
Yeah.
But they used to, but not so much. They used to more use ground provision and stuff mostly, and have them look 1 and 2 powder seasoning them use, and then catch them flavor with them food. Nowadays them a killer with seasoning. Killer with powder seasoning nowadays. Killer with powder seasoning nowadays. Yes.
Judge.
If you go them a killer with powder seasoning, man, you're not using real real way of cooking. A be a powder season, like you might put powder. Then not using real authentic stuff for them to use and then something they're not cooking. I be a powder season, so the food then tastes good.
All right. Last question, Marsha, before we move on to the next caller. Cause the other day I was in Miami, right? And I've never tried Jamaican food in Miami ever in my life. All these years I've been living here. Every time I go to Miami, I end up eating some type of different type of culture food, right? And I tried this place called Jamaica House in Miami Gardens. And oh my God, when you talk about said reminiscent of old time cooking, me say that's exactly what it tastes like. The rice, it tastes like them cook it on wood fire, and the meat they get jerk chicken and oxtail gravy, and it tastes like them cook all of that on wood fire. Me no know. Do you know that place?
No, I hear about it, but I've never been there yet, so I can't really talk about their taste. I have to go there and see. But I hear about Jamaican House. But back in the days, used to have a restaurant in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
And it used to be in Juni's. And that woman used to cook on wood fire too. Woo! And her food used to taste real good back in the days because she was doing it before she passed away. Yeah. And her food used to have lines of cooking because she was cooking real good Jamaican Caribbean food. Her food did well cook and taste like it cooked on wood fire.
Ja.
And that's everybody's when they go there. I forget that Juniors come back home because they used to cook. Used to cook on wood fire. That's why I think that wood fire cooking is way better than anything else because there's a different flavor to it. But we don't do that no more. Even Jamaica now. That's why when you go to jerk center, them you can't get good jerk because they're still doing that wood stuff. They're not doing that stuff, so you always gotta have that taste. That's why that jerk center will go good because them still doing it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah. No, for real, definitely.
But as me tell me, I get to an argument when I say about butter bean in a curry. Them curry, that's called butter bean can't go in any curry. You never eat butter bean and chicken foot yet. You never eat butter bean and tripan bean yet. Butter bean is just like a bean can go in anything that is curried. It can go into anything that is stewed.
So you try butter bean with curry chicken already?
Of course, butter bean never tastes curry when butter bean with curry chicken or that taste. You can't put butter bean and you can't put it's just a different way of cooking curry. I never get used to this one cooking of carrot and Irish. You can't put a carrot and Irish with some butter bean in there too, because butter bean always also is like a flavor too. If you don't know, butter bean gives stuff flavor too.
Wow, you hear that, Chuck?
So it can go in there. And nothing wrong. Sometimes you change up many different way of cooking. That's why you know say people can't cook because what? You don't like cook one way all the while. You change up your technique of cooking and give a different flavor, a different taste. That's the reason. That's what it come in. Yes, somebody can't cook because guess what? You know, say put this in it and get a different taste. Okay, that means that she actually know how to cook. So you can't put stuff in stuff and change up your cooking.
So Ding Dong now mad then? Ding Dong actually know what I do then?
No, they're not calling. The only way for my mad now is I throw the water in there and say my mad.
When you say like throw water upon it?
You gotta throw off that water that sit there, but it can go in there.
Oh.
That's the only way my mad now, you gotta throw water with everything in it. They are mad because you add that water with no. That's why it said to throw off that water. That water is just to preserve it and keep it certain way, but you can't just throw that in your food. You throw it off.
Money Magnet in the chat says not with the preservative water what Ding Dong do. So apparently Ding Dong they do it with the water in there. So that's why. Yeah,
with the water. So it's not with you cannot do with the water. That's the only part when go wrong now. When him do it with that water, but he can put it in there because give you a different taste and a different flavor and different way you want it. Okay. And right now, in where I live. I think that yard spice and dumpling is carrying the flavor that we almost needed in Jamaica. I don't see no other restaurant bringing that flavor. They got that flavor going like if some of their stuff is cooked on wood fire.
Big up yard spice. Big up dumplings. And Marsha,
GK Dumpling, big
come
up
on, come
all
on,
the time.
come on. We need them on the sponsor board, but we talk off here about that. Me run through the sponsors them and thing. We need them on the sponsor board so that whoever watch it can know. Say, hey, this is the restaurant that you need to go to when you come to West Palm Beach. You know what I mean? Palm Beach
You want
County.
real authentic Jamaican taste or food that you are require, you go to GK Dumpling or Yard Spice. They got it going on.
There you have it, people. There you have it, people. There you have it. All right, people. Marsha. I got my bad cousin. Don't know. Give thanks, man.
Alright, you can go on to your thing, because
Alright, bless up. Alright, bless up, man. We link, man.
Bless up.
Alright. Yeah, man. Alright, people. Alright, people. Yeah. That was my cousin, man. Yo, always good to hear from her. She always has some really good insight and really good things to comment on. She's very knowledgeable in the food industry. She's been in the food industry for many, many years, and she can cook. Remember me tell her, when I say can cook, she can cook. And she's a female, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. So, alright, it seems like we have somebody on the call. Carlos, you still on the call?
Yeah, man, we're there, man.
Okay, alright. So, Carlos, sorry about that, man. You know what I mean? I don't know if you were still hearing the conversation while you were on hold, but it seems like she did busy, so we didn't want to get in her real quick,
Yeah. No, I never hear what she said still.
Okay. Alright, well, she talked about things, man, because she even say like the ding-dang thing with the butter bean. She say, yo, but that can do, man. As I saw, you can cook when you put butter bean in the curry chicken and mix it up and it still tastes good. You know what I mean? She just say, if you put it in with the preservative water, then that would mean say you're mad. You see me? You need to put in just the butter bean. Because she say, yo, tripe and bean and whole a different thing. You know what I mean?
No, not the creativity with the butter bean. But that's still it's water I'm sure. The water.
I'm sure the water in there.
Yeah, man. Okay. That didn't have the hook, bro. Like that is historical. Yeah.
Let me see if we wrap up anything else with your call before we go to the next call. So what you say, what you prefer, Carlos? What you say, all time cooking or nowadays cooking? What say you?
When you say all time cooking or nowadays cooking, well, what exactly are you referring to? Because I mean, on my eyes, nothing really changed.
So
cooking. It's on your own. It's on your own.
So you don't think that when you go to a Jamaican restaurant, let's say in the 90s or early 2000s, and then you go to a Jamaican restaurant, no, you don't think that the taste different? You don't think there's a difference in the way food is being prepared, like just like I guess like the trend of how food is being prepared?
I mean, like, it just depends on what they use for cooking, because like you still have some restaurants that are popular here. I think you have some Dutch spot and a couple of them popular restaurants over here. Right. They still use the old method of cooking. They use the wood fire. They use the coal pot and all them kind of thing they cook, Yeah. So I mean, the food. I mean, in some instances the food tastes good. And every time when we think enough of them restaurants, I think there's a lot of consistency, bro, in the way they cook. Yeah. I really don't see consistency, because this moment you'll go there and you'll get a well prepared meal, bro, and the next moment it may taste the same. Get me come from? So I mean, as opposed to back then though, I think I don't think there's much difference, bro. I'm not lying. But can't say like me prefer back then for now, because I mean it's the same kind of recipe, it's the same kind of food that I cook. It's the same recipe, but I think it all boils down to who is cooking the food, So but I would like to think that if I have any preference, it's more like the preference is more like to the chef who me use to cooking the food. You can come from, I prefer the chef who I use to cooking like a particular meal at a particular restaurant. I prefer their style of cooking. For example, like I'm go to a Golden Cross, bro. Like with family right now, there's whenever a certain chef cook the food, I can tell, because the fish not burn up. And the fish is well done, and you can tell say it was prepared with a lot of love, because that's another thing, brother. Whenever nobody has prepared food, I always think that, and I don't always rig up and say, all right, I will serve them people some food. I have to give food love, because I do a lot of cooking too, I mean, I'm not top chef, I can help myself, So you have to give food love. So I can tell that when the food is don't get a lot of love when I go to any restaurant. So that's a comparison me can make. Like, no. But then, I do the same thing, you know. So I don't think there is a, we can't say, all right, me prefer back then as opposed to now. It depends on who prepare the food.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, the last thing we have to say to you in the calls before we go to the next call is mountain of rice. You see me, I say? Big up yourself, Carlos.
Yeah, man, bless up, bro. Go and do your thing. I'll go and take in the live here and bless up to the listeners them see you, man.
Yeah, man, bless up, man. Yeah, man, go and check it in because you don't know we have a couple people who come on all the same live to see him with, so you don't know how that go.
Yeah, man, cool.
Alright, blessing.
Yeah.
Alright, people, we're gonna go to the next call real quick. Lee, ready up yourself. I'm about to get you on. I know you probably tried to call, but I was on the line and everything. I'm sorry about that, but we're gonna get you on the call. People, hold tight. We're getting the next call. We're gonna get a couple calls in today, I promise.
Yo.
Lee! Welcome to the live. What a go
Blessed love, man. Good thanks. But they upon a Sunday evening, you know, I go and kick back. But I'm taking some of the live to still, man.
So
here's some good points.
Put one to the sky.
Why don't I go on more time still, isn't it? But I keep it PG, isn't it?
Yeah, after. Yeah, so
don't know it already.
Yeah, so what you say about the topic? You think say men are better cooks and chefs than women?
Well, that is a general statement. As a matter, enough woman can't cook for shit. Enough man can't cook for nothing at all. As a matter to see them life. Every day them there at McDonald's. As a matter. So would I share some of my personal experience too? Cause I talk to woman where I me teach them to cook. Them never know to cook before that. As a matter, me teach them to cook curry goat and teach them to cook up curry chicken, cause they never hear nothing about that before. As a matter, cause them not originate from Jamaica, and the only thing they know to cook a egg and scrambled egg and them thing there. As a matter, so.
Right.
So it's a big statement for say woman can cook better than man or man can cook better than woman, because it's all based on where them a cook. Cause I wouldn't cook scrambled egg with cheese. Enough girl when me meet them, I say them a cook me something and them go run up scrambled egg and cheese in the kitchen and I'll dash it and say, yo, we are good at that.
Hold on there, yo.
My God!
I think say I gotta cook some food, some chicken and some rice or something, isn't it? Excuse me. It's a nice family, but enough woman can cook still. Cause you know, you don't know, so we come from a family where a whole heap we eat. Grandma Lynette, you know?
Yeah.
Rice and peas and chicken and
you
know, you can name it. Yeah, you can name everything. Stew, peas, as a matter, pea soup, anything you want to name with Jamaican original authentic food. You know, say if you eat through grandmother food, nothing else in the world no compare to that, as a matter.
Naturally. All right. So, what this probably you probably answered this question already, you know. But was the best meal you ever had prepared by a man or a woman, and what was that meal?
Well, naturally, the best meal I ever have prepared.
Right.
Well, let me say this. Let me add this to it. Best Jamaican meal or best meal overall?
I would say give me best Jamaican meal and give me best meal overall. I'm interested to know both.
All right. Best Jamaican meal, hands down. Rice and peas and chicken, and my grandmother cooked that.
What kind of chicken?
A woman. rice and peas and fried chicken.
Fried chicken,
You
okay.
see me I say? Yeah, because when time she cook her fried chicken, she put some, she fry it up with some scallion and she put thyme and them things that she give it some additional flavor in. You see me I say? She not
Yeah.
just put it in the aisle just like that. You see me I say?
Yeah.
She always have a nice taste to it. Where you not go, if you go somewhere else and eat fried chicken, it just tastes like fried chicken and it tastes the same way like when she cook it. You see me I say?
Yeah.
Because she always cook her fried chicken in a big Dutch pot and she cut up some onion in it and put it in an island, or maybe she put some pepper in it and kind of spice it up a little bit. But for fried chicken, I tell you, no other fried chicken I never taste, but taste like my grandmother fried chicken. Now overall, still the best meal where, cause me I used to have a diverse palate where me eat different food from different countries.
You say you have a diverse palate.
Yeah, nobody ugly in my chat either.
Too late.
Yeah, cause you know it's a decent talk that nobody ugly at my chat then.
Go on, talk, man.
Diverse palate still mean me eat food from different countries, you know, cause me explore them thing there, you know,
Yeah.
and we get some African food prepared by an African meal chef where I feel like say it more rejuvenating than any other food when we can compare it to in my adult life eating food. You see me?
What kind of food was it? What kind of food exactly was it? The African food.
Why? I know some can't call you individual food when what alright, the meal when me did I eat is just Africa. Somebody invite me to an African restaurant and I go there and me eat it. Some assortment of wild rice with some other things. It's myself we know say is like naturally from the earth. It's myself. It's an ital stew still, You see it.
Oh, I wonder if that's the thing that they make with. I think they have this meal where they make with like 3 different meats. I think they put beef in there.
No meat never in there. No meat.
Oh, it was an ital. Okay.
Ital, vegetarian type of dish.
Man, that sounds good.
Yeah, one at one point in my life, me never eat meat. Isn't me? Never eat meat to that. Isn't me? So me da explore vegetarian options. You see me? Naturally, so restaurants never have a big menu with vegetarian, and me end up at one African restaurant where me and some Rastafarian go kick in and sit down and have a meal. You see me? I say, and after me eat the meal, why? I best meal, meatless meal. Me I tell you, me ever have. And it's a man prepare it. It's me say. So it all depends on what you say now. If a woman could have prepare that meal, I don't know if she done do it better than the man. But in other aspect that me feel say a man is a better cook in other ital cooking type of genre there. It's me say.
So in the chat, Sandy said, I think professional chef is a male dominated profession, but I think overall in the regular household, women are better cooks in the regular household.
Well, me not gonna generalize that neither, cause you see, like me say, enough woman me teach me cook. so what? All right. So here my point of view towards that now. A lot of women are emotional cookers. You see me, so like them know they put them emotions in it. They, whether love or hate or whatever it be. You see me, so cause one time a woman might cook beer and you feel like the most delicious meal you ever had. You see me? And the next time you see a woman cook and you say with the blood clot, they say one, chew it up. You see me, I say.
Chat.
So me feel like the emotions go with that.
Chat, hold on, Lee. Chat. Hold on, cause Lee, I'm gonna shut the line. Hold on, chat. Are women emotional cookers? Can you please confirm. Do depends on the woman's emotion is the level of quality food you're gonna get, because that's what Lee is saying right now. Well, Lee, continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man. I experience me a talk from and I make this up.
Right.
I experience me a talk from cause you are getting a little argument with wifey and she said, blood clot, me nothing want cook no food for you today, all them way there. You see me, I said, and then you just say, you don't have to cook if you want to cook, and she might feel bad and going to the kitchen to rustle up something and when she put it on the table, you look at it and say, what is you see me, I said.
So Money Magnet said in the chat, Lee, love Afi in the pot, a true LOL.
Yeah, man, love Afi in the pot, man.
Women are agreeing with you.
Yeah, man, love a in the pot, man. If love no in the pot, the food now gonna taste good, man. You can't taste food can make you sick, you know.
Yeah.
Food where you eat every day. You see me, I say, and if the energy not right when man or woman prepare it, no matter who still, but most of the time I say woman more emotional with it. You see me, I say.
Yeah.
So should we cook some food for you and it's like your belly sick all of a sudden and you wonder how your belly sick. You see me, I say, but I just, and that she can't cook or nothing like that, you know, it's just, you know, food is a connection, you know, it's a divine thing, you know, where bring life to your body, you know, so if somebody give you the wrong energy in a food, man or woman, it not go well with the body, you see me, I say.
Right. No, totally agree, yeah, for real, would I agree with that, but continue.
All right, so my point now with the commercialized cooking and woman and man. You say woman used to always have kitchen when I grew up. I never know no man no chef as no man as no chef. You see me, I say, since the like 90s, late 80s, 90s, and that might have given me age. But I'm a big man, so around them time, enough man used to go culinary school and them thing there. You see me, I say, because woman used to tie them or cook food, give them and just dash it, give them and, you know, and spite them with food. You see me, I say. So man decides to boy, them try impress a woman, so then go culinary school and them thing there, but it turned out to be a viable career choice. You see me? So eventually, when restaurants start expand and all of them things there, because fast food restaurant was the thing, or some Italian food like pizza and them thing that was the thing, you know.
Right.
So in a recent years now, home cook style meals. So based on that still, at the training where the man them go through and them decide say, you know, it's a lucrative type of business to get into to open a restaurant, because them know so only a man can cook or only a woman can cook, or the easiest way for a person to get a meal is to go buy it. Because enough people, you know, believe it or not, you know, we lucky. Because we have people in our household can cook. But you have some people who don't know if you cook. No, a whole household don't know if you cook. Nothing at all, no more than some egg, you know, and cereal, you know.
Question, right?
Question,
right? Because you brought up the point earlier that cooking is more than just putting a recipe together. It's an energy that you get from the food as well, right? So with that said, right? With that said, right? Because you say love a thing of the cooking, right? So with that said, right? Since that is kind of dabbling into the spiritual realm a little bit, right? We don't have to go deep in there, but think about
food
this,
is a divine thing, man.
Right. So we're talking about divinity, right? So let me ask you something, right? Women, right? By nature, they're more in tune with nature than men. Generally, would you agree with that, or you think it's different?
No,
you think it's
I not agree with that. I think some man more in tune with nature than woman.
Women? But what about?
I think some man women more intuitive emotionally. Mean they will feel they go more on feelings. But divinically, man more in tune with nature, because this man a planter, man a hunter gatherer. them the thing there's some natural thing, original thing when man created to do. Woman never used to go out, go hunt and them thing that. Woman nowadays it more integrated where woman more them trained by the man to be in a most woman where a farmer, them a farmer because of them husband or them father.
No, I understand that the farming aspect of it, where you study, you have a farmer's calendar and stuff like that, where you can study and know when is the right time to do certain things, right? Right. But what I'm saying is similar to how with farming, there's certain specific times when you have to plant certain crops for it to bear and stuff like that, and you know, the earth moving a certain cycle and stuff like that. Women, women naturally have a cycle as well. Remember, say women bring forth the youths and things like that. So
and them have them cycle.
They're in sync with nature. To me, I would say they're more in sync with nature because of that natural part of them. Versus maybe a man in sync with nature, maybe more mentally. You know what I mean? But they're more in sync.
You have to look on the whole picture, you know. You have to look on the whole picture, you know. See, a woman can in sync with nature by her cycles, for her personal cycles where she go through, you know. You understand what I say? She and her friend can go through a same emotional cycle and them sync up together, you know. What I say? Three friends where hang out together, sync up emotionally and them go through them cycle together, you know. Every woman's cycle I know the same time, you know, so naturally they might have a cycle, but that no means it's a universal cycle where we connect to the earth. They might go through their own personal development cycle.
Okay, so you're saying that
their own fertility cycle, isn't that?
Yeah, that's a good point.
That not make it
they're mutually exclusive, is what you're saying.
Yeah, you can put it that way. They still them can exclusive to for them cycle, you see me I said. But that don't mean them universally sync up with the cycle of the universe, you see me I said.
That's a good
unless
point.
it's a learned thing, you see me I said. Them not naturally sync up like that. Cause enough woman you ask when at the full moon and they don't know. Enough woman you ask I wish day today is and they don't know if I'm Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday. Them not naturally in tune, is me I say. It don't necessarily mean that because them have a cycle, they're naturally in tune with the cycle of the world or the cycle of nature, is me I say.
Right. All right.
So it's deeper than that.
Fair enough. So that I will rescind my question. I can still say my question if you wanted to hear it, but I can rescind it. You don't have to answer it. My question was, do women have a better sense of taste biologically? And that was based on them being more in one with nature than men, you know?
Well, would I say women have more sensitivities in enough aspects. I mean, I say because of them cycles make them more in tune.
So
them
you
have
think
a lot more sensitivities.
So you think that sensitivity translate in their taste? Because Marsha called in earlier and she said, women have more taste. You know, they're better judge of taste.
Well, taste is a personal thing, you know, my youth. When they say them have a better judge of taste, a woman can say, fried chicken, boiled chicken tastes better than fried chicken, and fried chicken too oily, you know, but me might not like boiled chicken. So, your taste no mean say it tastes better to her, no mean say it taste better to me. You see me I say? Some woman then put extra seasoning in the food because they must say, the food missing this or the food missing that. But you have a recipe and the recipe tell you exactly where you put it in the food and it tastes this way. And them say, no, they want to add a little parsley or they want to add a little this, forgive it, that. And when she eat it, she thinks it tastes delicious. And when you eat it, you say blood clot and also the food normally tastes. Oh, it tastes so different. Isn't it? So, yeah, them can have a more sensitive taste buds and them can have, you know, a thing where them like taste and to them it tastes good, but it don't necessarily mean them have better taste because you might not like that taste there. As a matter, enough things where you like, they might not like that taste then either. As a matter.
Fair enough.
So I'm not gonna get to a general thing like that to say women have better taste buds. They're more sensitive, they're more sensitive to taste. Cause enough man them smoke, them drink,
As may I say, and
so it's skewed. It's skewed. The taste buds skewed.
Smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
yeah,
point.
So naturally, woman might not drink or they might not smoke as much as a man. So them taste buds are gonna be more sensitive and more, acute. It's like a taste the flavoring of things more accurately than a man. As may I say.
Fair.
On certain levels.
Fair enough. So, last question, Lee, before I take on the next call. All-time cooking or modern day cooking? Which one of them you think better?
Yo, I love all-time cooking. I love the natural.
With the wood fire and thing.
Yeah, with wood fire and I love the natural taste of food.
Yeah.
And I like the microwave new food and things like that. I like
nuke food.
I like them things.
Yeah.
So I like the old-fashioned cooking. Yes, I.
Fair enough. So Lee, hey, big up yourself and give thanks for the call. We're gonna go on to the next call. Stay up on the live and watch the rest of my J. Respect family.
Yeah, man, bless up. Yeah, man, up there.
All right, people, make some noise for Lee. Yeah, man, blessing, cause every time, man. Hey, we chop it up, man. All right, cool, people. Guys, I hope you guys are enjoying the live. Yeah, man, so far so good. We had some hiccups earlier, but man, the calls are very good. We have some very good opinions, and there's more to come. So now we're gonna line up the other caller. I'm setting it up right now. You know what I mean? So in the meantime, let me just play a track real quick while I set up the next caller. All right?
My God!
Girl, you better can cook. Think you're there for your pretty look. You want to leave a restaurant and come down, man, bank book. Cook, recipe book. Go in at the kitchen from your hand, them no look. You better cook. Think you're there for your pretty look. You want to leave a restaurant and come down, man, bank book. Cook, recipe book. Go in at the kitchen from your hand, them no look. Big Sunday morning, you lay down in a bed for you boil some banana, steam some fish head. You mad? Boy, you want sausage and egg. Big man, no wanna bully beef and bread first tip. Better get your fingernails clip. Snip, snip, tall fingernails take a trip. You know you can't peel green banana with it plus dumpling. You love better can cook. Think you're there for your pretty look. You want to leave a restaurant and come down, man, bank book. Cook, recipe book. Go in at the kitchen.
Hello, caller.
Hey, Kristen.
Hey, chat, make some noise. Make some noise for Nika.
My God!
Woo! Wagwan, what a guan.
I'm here taking in the live, man. It's hilarious.
Good to know. Yeah. Good to know that we can get some laughs.
Of course, absolutely. Get a couple laughs from Lee, Marsha, and Carlos prior to So.
Definitely. No, thank you for calling. No, definitely appreciate you. Your support along the way. I mean, it's just like we give thanks for it. Definitely,
Absolutely, so far so good. The topics in prior weeks and even this topic I think is one of them topics that have a lot of opinions. My stance on it is really that it all depends. Like for me personally, a commercial person I go out. I eat out, but I don't think that the best food comes from outside. Me and my partner, me and Carlos, we cook in the home literally every day, almost every day. So that's our specialty is home cooking. That's what we love, home cooking. I think it's the best form of food, I would say. As it pertains to who's a better cook, I would say that I think no specific person, no specific gender is a better cook. It all depends on the person themselves and like what they're cooking at that point in time. So in my house, we do everything 50-50. We have specific things that that one person might say them are the baddest on that. Like for instance, I would say like, babe, I'm really good at like making soup, you know, on a Saturday. He's really good at like French fried chicken. That's what we had today. Him having technique then will make it superb. Like for instance, broiling the chicken prior to seasoning it up, and then in French fried, you find out say when you do it that way there, you know, have no, when you like, you know, I don't know, like some people, like for us, you know, like open my chicken as you know, red nothing in there. You know what I mean? So like if you broil the chicken prior to that, you can get rid of it.
You said boil or broil.
Either way, you can broil it or you can give it a little boil before.
How that explain the broiling process? Is it that you clean up the chicken first, then you put it pan broil for a certain amount of minutes and then season it after?
No, we found a new technique will work, you know. And so like I think you used to broil it first, but now we found a new technique. So what we do, you know, you clean up your chicken, you vinegar it down, your lemon or your lime, whatever you do to clean it and you know, wash it up properly. And then I found that he boiled it today. So like for probably about 10 minutes, he put it in like hot water. And then from there, you know, he took it back out and then he seasoned it up, like put in Maggi seasoning, with green seasoning, blend up and stuff like that. And him season it up well, and then him doing egg wash, and then him doing flour and him fry it. So prior to doing this, he used to fry it and then put it in the oven for it to get like a nice little what did I say? Nice little cook, so that when you open it up, you know, there's no red nothing in there. But this is like a new technique when we do today. I mean, I tell you, it was slamming. Okay, I'm like, babe,
well,
teach me this technique. You know,
it sounds interesting. I mean, I wouldn't say I know how to handle myself in the kitchen. I know. So one of the things that I know just from my experience, usually when there's like red or whatever in the chicken, it's because the chicken is fried in like the oil too hot, and what happens is that the outside of the chicken gets cooked very quickly before the inside of the chicken gets cooked. And then you're forced to take out the chicken because you don't want it to burn, because the outside is apparent looking burnt. And then that's why you have that where the inside of the chicken don't cook that well. So when I fry chicken or any meat, what I don't do it on high fire. I do it on a medium to low fire so that the chicken can or whatever it is can stay in the oil long enough to where it's cooked right through to the bone, and you know that's not an issue. But that sounds interesting as well.
Yeah, man, absolutely. That's like one technique. There's like several techniques to get it perfect, you know. But you know, when you like, for me, like cooking is trial and error in some sense, but not trial and error to the point where you're gonna spoil my food. You know what I mean? Like, if I trust you as a chef, me make a trial and error with me. But if I not trust you to cook, you're not gonna trial and error with me because you're not gonna spoil my pot.
One thing I can say though, you know, with that method, I think maybe the chicken will be a little bit more crispy because it's fried in a hot oil versus like a lower oil. It might not, it's still crispy but not as, you know, crispy like, you know, flaky, put it that way.
Flaky. Right. Like there are so many different ways that you can get it perfect. Like you even have like some people don't use egg wash, so them do like a water wash, you know, like them season it up, flour it, then put it in a tub of water. And then just rock it 2 times, take it back out, and then put it back in there, and like, you know, flour it again before they insert that into the hot boil. So as I said, there's different methods with this. This is just one technique we learned when we see him today, and I'm like, ooh, this is a good one. I need to learn it. So back to what I was saying, like, so good at that, like in peanut porridge for the morning, like different things. Like for me, you know, like if we want to change up the style of cooking, like we want to do something more Americanized or more Italian-wise, then me will take over that. You know what I mean? I said, like, I can do the Jamaican way, you know, but like him not really care for that way there. So me, you know, would I like master that technique or that
Did you
genre.
did you do a home ec course when you were going to high school? Did you do home economics and a home
You know,
economics
funny
course?
enough, funny enough, Tristan, you know, like people say women are better cook or whatever. Growing up, when I was growing up in my home, my mom did most of the cooking. My dad traveled, so when he came home, he didn't really do any cooking. I can't remember one meal I eat from my father, except the other day we go down and he make manish water. But still, like my mommy did all the cooking, and we grew up with my mother didn't work, so she was more of a stay-at-home mom. Right. So me and my sister and my brother, we didn't do much cooking, to be honest, but we could have, because I see what they were doing. So, when I started cooking was when I was, even after I moved from country, I'm going to go Kingston, I'm going to live with my uncle. I never do no cooking because my auntie-in-law, she was a big chef. So she could have cooked, my uncle could have cooked. So we didn't do much cooking, but we could, like, occasionally, mommy would say, go whip up something like some tin mackerel and rice. I can't remember the first time we cooked tin mackerel and rice, Our parents are very sarcastic, and that rice never come out good. Mommy said that rice could have shoot bird, okay? So, like, I don't have to know, like, very sarcastic. I said, this can't shoot bird. Like, that was my first meal, but I don't like something more consistent. We never used to cook a lot until I actually go for my own. But even throughout them trial and error, them learn, like, by watching or, like, making one occasional meal, I improve. So, and, like, if I go around people and I see them do something and it's very unique, I will put my own twist to it. And then create something. So it's when we really go like probably even college, I actually really start like really throw down in the kitchen, and them actually used to come out good. But we never do a whole lot of cooking when we growing up because my mommy always cook like every day. Sunday, your dinner ready from like 1 o'clock. After you come from church, you have your dinner. Yeah. So I didn't do like a whole lot of cooking growing up, but as I got older and I was on my own, I had to do more cooking. And like I feel like cooking, like the principle, especially in the Jamaican kitchen, like the principle of cooking really remains. It's like you having good seasoning, so you use your herbs, your spices, whatever to make your pot nice. Because some people them are cooking up and them pot sad because have no nice herbs or whatever in there to make it flavorful. People just feel like a powdered seasoning make your pot nice. No, it's like the herbs and the spices and like what you do when you're like, for instance, like if you're frying something, it's good to put like, a piece of garlic in there, some pimento seed and like whatever you're putting in the pot to make it nice. So when you're frying whatever, it gives it that nice aroma. And if the flavor actually seeps into the pot, into the food that you put in there. So it's like different things like that. Like when I grew up, I never really do a lot of stuff. But on my own, I learn how to make my soup, my porridge, rice and peas, like everything. And like at my house, we do everything real authentic, real Jamaican. Like we cut up a coconut, we don't use pack nothing. Like we cut up coconut every Sunday. We cut up. We buy like the actual coconut. Cut it up. We not grater it though, I mean I like grater, but we nicely blend it up and we get the real juice. And so that's at home. That's what we do.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had to ask this to a female. So the caller earlier, Lee, said that women are emotional cookers, and depending on the emotion that they have, is the type of quality food you're gonna get. What say you? I need to hear from a female.
Of course, like that was me in the chat. That was me. It is true. Like it's me. If me there who I'm in my best belief, I'm not cook nothing. Cause I don't want it to come out of the pot. That's me. This is me. Like be honest. Like me not gonna cook because trust I believe it will literally come out of the pot. Maybe not horrible, but you're probably going to. I don't love none of that. There's some nice as well. I'm not bother. We're going to get something else here. Like, grab something. Because I don't cook. And nobody not going to tell me there's something wrong with the pot. So it's true. It's really true. Like, me believe that when you cook, you must have, like love half it in the pot. If you're going to just do something, whip up something, I'm going to just fling up something. Like, give me a minute. I'm going to eat it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to eat it. I'm very particular about food. Where we are in Atlanta right now, it's hard to find good Jamaican food. Like every restaurant you go in, like what African India cook, and them have Jamaican outside on the flag, but the food for you enter the door, you just know you turn around because the smell is not the same. Like we know good food, we know it starts from people say from the eyes, to me, or from the smell. And if the food not smell good, me not go eat. That's why me not even want to see it. Me just want to smell it and know it's not taste right. You know, I have to like it not go. And that's why I'm not really go to my joint or to eat just because I'm not really like, you know, like people say I'm a foodie or whatever. I'm not a foodie because like if it not smell good, if it not eye appealing, I'm not gonna taste.
That's interesting that you said that because I think we were missing that part because earlier we brought up that people eat with their eyes. You know what I mean?
No.
But also your nose because the food have a smell good too. Because it will look good and not smell good. It have a smell appealing as well.
Yes,
you know?
they have a smell. Your senses. It's very important. Like food. Yeah, your senses. Like all my senses intertwined. Like believe it or not. Like if it before me see it, if it not smell good, me not even go attempt to see it.
Yeah.
Just because. And like when we like, I remember when we just moved here, we go to a Jamaican restaurant. We put it on the Google Maps to go there. And I tell Tristan from when we step out the door, like I'm like, ain't gonna work. It's not smell right.
Probably the smell is probably even more important than the presentation, to be honest.
Than the presentation because it can look good and it not smell good. You get me? So me personally is the smell. If it don't smell right, I ain't gonna try it because me just know it not taste good, and no matter how it look good, me not gonna eat it. That's just me. So yeah. And you had a question about like in the commercial space. So like in the home, I would say that in most cases the mothers, the women dominate that space. Fathers do cook. You know what I said? Like you have a good father, them out there, like not a good father, but you have the good chef father, them out there we can throw down in the kitchen. Yeah. But in most cases it's the woman, and that has been through history. Just because the men normally go work. So the woman normally the home take care of the kids and do the cooking so that when the husband come home they have a healthy, happy meal to come home to. Right. So yes, I would say in the household the woman would be dominating. Even though you have some fathers who can do them thing, like I would say it's not a 50-50 there, it's probably like a 60-40 or even like a 70-30 statistical wise in other home. Yeah. As for the commercial space, I had agreed with Marsha just because I've worked in that space before, so I know. Like it's not that women are not dominating that space. It's because of I think it's because of like the workload, and also I would agree with Lisa back in the days like the men went to culinary school, so we find more men graduating from culinary school becoming top chef. And when I say top chef, I mean like head chef, because in the kitchen, in the commercial space, you have the head chef. And in most cases, it's a man that is a head chef. Just because in the kitchen, it's not just because of who can throw down and cook the best, but it's also who can manage the restaurant the best. So the head chef in the restaurant, they don't just cook, but they are also responsible for ordering these things. So they are responsible for putting in the orders for the things that they need to carry on the restaurant. So the food, this, I don't remember what they call it right now, but yeah, they are responsible for ordering those things. So you'll see the head chef step away at some point in time, go put in them order, them one does the lobster, them this, them that. So they have to make sure that they do their tallies and what that they do in there. They also, in the kitchen also, you have the big, when they're in there cooking, you have some big pots. Like, most women don't want to lift up those big pots to go wash them out. You know what I saying? Like, does
the head chef doesn't wash pot though, or lift up pot?
No. I know, but they like in that instance, like they have to handle like these big equipment. You know what I saying? Like they handle these things, and also you have to think about like the how hot it is in those kitchens. It is very hot in there, and sometimes women can't manage that. You know, like especially if for older women that have go through like the menopause and like that's an extra heat on them. So it's like work environment wise, why I think that sometimes the male dominate that space just because of how hectic it is in there. Especially
and it's stressful as well.
It's a very stressful environment. Yeah. I'm telling you. I'm not talking about like a Jamaican restaurant where say them in the store whip up me. I talk about like you have some massive restaurants where them have to like when we were like when they have to cater to like busloads of people. Like sometimes a woman can't manage that, like preparing all these meals. And sometimes, women, we are very emotional sometimes. So sometimes tickets will be coming in, like loads of tickets coming in, and you have to handle yourself at that point in time to get these foods out, ensuring that they're going out and that they're going out properly and they're not returning anything. Because a lot of times, sometimes food go out and they're being returned, and you have to make that over. You have to keep track and say, oh, even though I'm going to remake them food here, I still have like a bunch of orders stuck up. You know, like you slip them stuck up, so you have to manage that environment they do too. So sometimes I feel like that is one of the reasons why the male dominate that space, just because of the workload itself.
And probably long hours as well.
And the long hours.
Because usually there's one head chef for every restaurant. You usually don't have head chef working on shift.
No. In most cases, they like sometimes it's shift based, but in most cases, sometimes I them have to work. When I talk about head chef, I talk about like I work from like 9 a.m. because it depends on how long those restaurants are open until. Some of them do breakfast, some of them do brunch, and them do dinner. So that chef has to be on their feet from 9 until 12, like even 12 o'clock when that space locked. I mean, they can probably leave early because they are the head chef, can them run the thing. But in most cases, then they're from 9 till like 12 in the evening.
Right.
So it's I think it's really that why sometimes it is more dominated by male. Not per se because they're better chefs, but because they are better to handle that pressure of the kitchen. Have you ever watched what you call like even
Hell's
like
Kitchen.
A Ramsay? You can
like
Hell's Kitchen and stuff like that. Yeah, like if you see, that's really how it is. That is really how it is on a normal basis in those type of commercial spaces. Not like like a cook shop on the street or whatever where when you're done, you're just done. But like for them, like sometimes they have to be catering for so many customers, so many guests. People are just like it's like a bomb rush getting the guests in and getting them out. So in instances like those, I feel like that's why men dominate that space.
Okay, fair enough. Good, great points actually. Question. Was the best meal you ever had prepared by a man or a woman, and what was that meal?
Oh my gosh, like I've had so many good meals, but I will have to say that in this case, I remember having rundown. And to this day, I just love rundown.
Hold on. Mackerel rundown or saltfish rundown?
Mackerel rundown.
Salt mackerel.
Even the other day, I make it because I think about the first time I eat it, and I said, I remember having it like years ago. I make it, And I said, so yeah, rundown. And I won't say that's my favorite meal, but it was one of those meals that I remember having, and I'm like, what is this?
You say who make it? It was you.
It was a man that made it the first time.
Man.
And I had it. Yeah, and I tried it. I was like, my goodness, what is this?
Yeah. Taste buds gone.
So good.
Liquid for
it
six.
Was different. It was different. You know what I mean? So like it was so different. Like the taste was like you could taste the different what do you call it? Like your tongue have different taste buds, right?
So you could it's like an explosion of flavor.
Yeah, it was like an explosion of taste, man. I tell you, like, so I would have to say, like, I've had great meals from mother everywhere, from everybody in my family, but that was one meal that really stood out to me because I don't think I've ever had it before, and when I did have it, it was something that up to today, I can still remember. I said, did body know? I feel like I want some rundown, I'm gonna make it. Like it's something that it got me hooked to rundown, and I'm not something I eat every day, but occasionally when I feel like eating it, that's one that it brings me back to that memory the first time I've had it. So yeah, and it was a man that made it. It was a Rasta man.
Hey, Rasta can generally Rasta people can cook because I can remember some Ital meals that I had, no meat.
Yeah,
and remember those are some of the most memorable meals I've ever had, and a Rasta cook it. First time I ever had bulgur. Rasta cook bulgur in a Rasta cooked up bulgur in a coconut milk with natural seasoning with I mean. I don't even remember what I was eating with it. All I remember was it was bulgur. Yeah, I think it was bulgur and some natural seasoning and like some vegetable like pak chow and everything they chop up in there and be a thing. I mean I tell her say nice.
Oh my goodness. Like it's a coconut though. Like I don't know how people don't like coconut. It's a coconut is such a good flavor. Like that's something I'm gonna learn from my mother. Like she was coconut. Like if like our fried chicken, like even today when we make the fried chicken, my gravy cooked with coconut milk. You know. So my mom she used a lot of like coconut milk when she create things. Like especially like in our gravy. she use coconut milk to our gravy base.
Coconut
Some
milk
people
was
use
sent from
water
heaven,
or
man.
stock. Some people use water or stock. My mother use coconut milk.
Yeah.
That's a my mother's stock. Coconut milk.
I don't really do dairy. Mostly I use coconut milk as a substitute for most things. You know, I don't really do dairy like that. I use coconut milk or almond milk, or well, not almond milk, not necessarily for cooking, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I don't really do dairy like that. Coconut milk can be used as a substitute for so many things.
So many things. Yep.
But
and like also,
yes.
Also sometimes people talk about cooking and they don't talk about juice. And if them parents don't make juice, but I say my mother.
Yeah.
When I drinks will come from a store. My mother blend everything there is.
Yeah.
Like everything there.
Some proper carrot juice and them thing the June plum. Type of juice. June plum juice is probably one of the best tasting juice in the world.
June plum, yes. Your tamarind, your June plum,
tamarind,
your
yes.
guava, your pineapple.
Guava, yes.
One of them mommy no blend, and then she will have our child to get our peel and our apple, and make our green juice, but so boring, you know what I mean? I say, and like our beetroot, like I remember when I used to go Michael, man, and like I made beetroot. And people was like, people drink beetroot? I'm like, where have you been? And like,
it's good for your bowels, I think. They say it's good for your bowels.
Yes. And my beetroot good for you. Like mommy make that was like a specialty for her son. She make our beetroot juice. And she put her she blend it up with our guineas and like things like that on the carry go school. Like when people used to say like, Mr. Me, I'll bring beetroot for to my name. I said, beetroot, people drink that. I'm like, yeah. Okay, I'll bring it. So I'll bring it to school. And it was like the talk of the town. They're like, I think I'm way putting on this. And I said, well, you have to ask mommy, that's a secret.
Secret. Like the Krabby Patty recipe, you know?
Yes, like Mr. Krabs recipe. That's SpongeBob. Yep.
So question. Do women have a better sense of taste biologically?
I would probably say yes. Yes. Yeah. We do have a sense of taste. And I like everything, not just food, but like a sense of taste when it touches to organization and like decoration and like it all intertwined, you know, like
okay.
I think so. We do have a better sense of taste, yeah.
Okay, fair. All right, last question before we move on to the next caller. Ali, go on, hold tight. Last question before we move on to the next caller. Old time cooking or modern days cooking?
Old time cooking. Of course, old time cooking. Like the pot don't taste the same when you cook it on the stove as opposed to when you do it outside. And even today, even now we have like they call it something cold pot. I mean, I don't know what is something that's still not coming. I don't know if I like cold pot or wood fire. That's something where my mother used to be mad. Like, when mommy said, like that, I don't know what to do. Like, I never like that. I don't like fireside and them plate. I don't like them something. But I would have to say yes, because of the flavor where you get from like the wood. Like especially if you use like pimento wood and them something like depends on the type of wood where it gives the pot like a nice
different flavor. No, that is so true. The different types of wood give it different types of flavor.
Yeah, but like special like they use like the pimento wood. I like even mango wood too. Like those things give like the pot like a nice flavor. You know. Yeah. I would have to say yes, outside cooking. And up to today, I may still prove that because like when we decide that we don't want the house to smell like food, and we want to cook outside, the when you cook down your chicken outside, it just tastes so nice and just different. Like I don't know how to explain it, but like as I can tell, my love flavor. Like flavor. It's parts like I don't know, like but when you cook outside, it tastes really different. When you cook on the stove top, I don't know, like it's different. I don't know if it's because of the type of gas with them use or whatever, but it's not as flavorful as you would expect it to be as opposed to when it's outside. So I would have to say all time cooking. Yep.
All right. Yo, Nika, as always, you know what I mean, thank you for your support. You know what I mean, thank you for calling in, and man, you gave me such good takes. Like, you know, it's just, you know, so much fun sitting down hearing what you have to say because you have contributed so much to this topic, and you know what I mean. Bless up for the call, you know.
Yeah, of course. Keep doing the damn thing, you know. The live is awesome. The topics are great every week. So people tune in and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Save them Sunday evening that they're over here. So they're having a sad evening, okay? All right, just big up yourself.
Yeah, man. Say less. Bless up, Nika. Thank you. All right, people. That was Anika. Yeah. Oh, what a good call, people. What a good call. What a good call. What a good call. All right, peeps. So we have one more caller. We're going to put them on the line right now. In the meantime, just go and listen to the track until we get the other caller connected. All right, peeps?
From your hand, them no look, you better cook. Think you're there for your pretty look. You want to leave a restaurant and come done, man, bank book. Cook, recipe book. Go in the kitchen from your hand, them no look. Have some girl way past them teen. Big atty I live pan sardine. Can't even cook out food and broad bean. But them ready for the devil knows ice cream. Shireen, I was smell so green. I must some last week food you a steam. No sir, I couldn't the cabbage smell so mean. A running belly you want give me. Girl better can cook. Think you're there for your pretty look. You
like up the live, people.
And come done man bank book. Cook, recipe book. Go in the kitchen from your hand, them no look, you better cook. Think you're there for your pretty look, you want to leave a restaurant and come done, man, bank book.
Well then.
Cook, recipe book. Go in the kitchen from your hand, them no look.
My God! My God said, you must eat and be satisfied.
Oh, no, the Culinary the bad.
Yeah.
Yo.
Ale!
Wow, go on.
Make some noise, people! Make some noise for Ale!
Yeah, man.
Welcome back to the live, my brother.
Manners and respect, my G. Manners and respect.
What?
But there, you know, just there go easy back and thing, and take in the life and thing, you know?
Yeah. Naturally, man.
Yeah, man. People like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, man.
Oh, my
Loving
gosh.
it over here.
I can't say that enough, man. Thank you for saying that.
Yes, man.
Whoa. So how's the Sunday, man? How's the Sunday?
Boy, you know what I'm saying? The Sunday, a good Sunday, just easy back, like a rainfall, and we're there outside, I kick back, enjoy Mother Nature and thing, you know?
Okay, seeing. I say
yes,
man. I say
yeah, man.
Yeah, seeing we got a little rain earlier, you know, but it cooled off now and thing. And
yeah.
you know, place dry up back and thing, but we don't really get any darkness yet. It's still kind of bright out. You know?
Yeah, man, that's the same thing we do around that sort of man. Yeah, man, for real, man.
For real, man. For real. So what go on? Did you get a chance to read the script?
Yeah, man, me scan through it. I'm not going to tell them I read it in depth, but I scan through and if I know, say I might topic this now, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's true, man.
Nothing wrong, man. You see, the script still, honestly, you don't have to read the script to be quite honest. The script is just for my presentation for the most part.
Yeah.
But it also helps for you to have a little bit more information. Yeah, exactly. But you really don't need to read the script, you know.
Yeah. Now, man, we still have to read it, man. We never read it full in depth, but you don't know.
Yeah.
So scan through it and see. Yeah, man, I ask man.
Yeah, naturally. So what you would say, Ali? What say you? You think women are better chefs than men, or vice versa?
All right, listen. This is our meeting. See? It's a woman a world class chef. World class. You see me I say? But you see, man, we are the maestro, Bridget.
So you have to elaborate, my friend.
Yeah, but man, before the woman them bash me and stuff, let me tell you something. some of the best cooking me ever eat, ever, are from a woman. See? Woman in general, in the old school, woman in general, woman are the best chef. Yes, woman always a cook.
But you see the thing with my man cooking now, hear the thing why me say so, cause me cook. Me don't cook often, but in time I cook, people love. You see me I say? The thing with man, what me believe from a man perspective is when we are cooking up, we cook with love, we cook with passion. You see me I say? Sometimes when me cook and me all I think about me I do tanga. You know that little tanga dance there? You know,
Yeah.
You see me? When me cook me there, you see me? You're in the mood. You see me I say? When me cut up the onion, me all cut it up and all take care of the onion and all. You see me? Slowly I cut it neatly. Make sure I say, me have the right amount of onion, right amount of, you see me I say?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But in all honesty still, in all honesty, I really think that women are very, very good cook. If you have a look on the commercial side of the thing, you find more men, probably find more men chefs than women. And I think I heard your cousin was stating that, one of the reasons why there's more men chefs is that, like with women, hard for them to lift up pot and, all them prep work, basically, them long prep work,
right.
It kind of hard for a woman. Also, when I think why would I see a lot of women chef as well, I didn't want to jump to that point, is because of the maternity responsibility where most women have. That's why if it wasn't for the if it wasn't for that much of the maternity responsibility, I think we'll see more woman chefs than man. Yes, the next thing too is that being a chef, and we can say this because I know chefs where I have a cousin where him work at one hotel, but him at the top chef, right? One of the things when I know when me and him always talk about is the high intense stress of prepping. Yes, I say that right there, so that alone can stress you out. Just by prepping, when it starts on to the prepping of foods and all of that. So, working in that type of hostile environment as well, a lot of women, I think, can't cope with that because of emotion, they're emotional. They're very emotional, in other words.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But, man, no. We can't put this part of my perspective and with other guys that I know that cook. Yes, I say, we take care of our cooking. We take our time. And I know enough women I say, but how foolish is the matter? We take our time and say, but I say, no. But me I talk from a man perspective, from my perspective. Because my wife is a very good cook. You see me I say?
Yes.
But when me I cook, I think me outshine her. When me I cook.
Oh, really?
That's how I think.
Mine she
because no, they hear me and say no. That's why I come hide out to talk to you. You can't talk to you long. Wait, I talk to you because she up there listen to it still now. But don't say I get close to that thing. But sorry, baby, I'm sorry. but yeah, man. But the thing with as I can say, from a man perspective, from my perspective is that when me I cook, I make love to my food. Wipe on that. How about me mean from that aspect? You see me? We put love in it. You see me? Me just take my time and make sure everything seem nice. Fire local. One thing I always will food I cook for high fire. You see me? So cook it nice and you see me steam down with fish and all of them good stuff there. What you say, man?
Right.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Ali, all these years I know you. I didn't know you know how to cook, and not to say no disrespect or nothing. I never thought about it. I never thought about I never know that you get handy. You get busy in the kitchen.
What you say? Listen, I'm tell you something. My cooking, I don't like cook on stove. I like the outside. If you come on my yard, me downstairs, down in my basement. See? Me have 3 grills. I may have 2 outside, them outside stove there. I may have a rim when I use for use my coal and so I may get some pimento wood. Also, started. Cook some wicked food pan that. I prefer cook less of virgin than there in the kitchen because as what Anika said, you see, it's a different thing when you're cooking in nature. You see me I say?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it make everything just taste nice. All if it don't taste nice, somehow it tastes nice. Man, but man, we love the cooking, man.
Something about the flavor of the smoke whenever it's preparing food, it's just magnificent.
Yeah, man.
I was actually
Yeah.
speaking to Marsha about a restaurant that I went to sometime like a week or two ago in Miami. Just a regular Jamaican restaurant. But the name is Jamaica House. And my God, they cook the food like old time people cook the food. That's how the food tastes.
Yeah, man.
Like a wood fire them cook the food pan, brother. Me never know
All
say them do them thing there in a Miami.
I'm gonna tell you something too. You see, one of the things too, one of the next thing is if you find a restaurant and them now use a lot of powder season and I use the natural seasoning them, you see me, that make a difference, cause me as a man, I don't really fancy the powder season too much. You see me, I more onion, garlic and all that, I cut up everything myself.
So don't you may I ask you something, right? With the natural seasoning, right? And you can tell me if I'm wrong still now.
Yeah, man.
When you want to use the natural seasoning for it to take on for the meat to take on the flavor of the natural seasoning, right? By itself without any powder seasoning, just maybe salt and black pepper, right? Don't you have to have the food seasoned for a certain amount of time? Because if you just season it up in a half hour, the food not really going to catch the food not going to catch the flavor that much, and it's not going to catch no color.
May I tell you something, Zin? And boy, I bring you on to game now, Zin? You see when me cut up season and say me know say me want to cook in the next half an hour, start me cooking in the next half an hour. When you cut up your season and you season up your chicken, Zin, me don't just season and left it. For a good 5 minutes, for example, not so long, but for a good 5 minutes, me a moisturize, me a massage my chicken. While me there, me stand up there sometime now for good 2-3 minutes and massage the chicken, massage everything in. You see me I say?
Right.
So me can get the flavor, try pump the flavor in the meat. You see me I say? That's another tactic so them use for marinate chicken or marinate any type of meat.
It's like a quicker marinade when you massage it.
Yeah.
Massage.
Yeah, when you massage it in, just slowly massage it in and thing, yeah. Oh yeah, man. And when you do it like that now, and then you cover it up, probably another 15 minutes or another 30 minutes. You see me I say, yeah man, you'll get the flavor, but you not get the flavor that powerful. Like when you make it sit down for a long time. Yeah man.
So
yeah, man,
you
I'm
don't
trying to show me that technique there still.
So you don't use powder seasoning?
Alright, but the same I don't use it. I'm not a big fan of it. You see me I say? Sometimes when you have to whip up something quick, you jump with the powder seasoning and stuff. But me I thought no, if you go cook some good food and you don't need no powder seasoning. That's for that. The only thing you probably need is some salt and pepper. You see me I say everything else.
As far as powder seasonings go, right?
Yeah.
We're used to the powder seasonings in the supermarket and thing like that, where it's all these big name companies packaging and thing like that, right? But let me ask you a question. When you go like downtown at the market, are you're there? Let's say you live at Linstead or any other place in Jamaica where you go to the market. Them have the seasoning that is not made by those big companies bag out in a just a clear plastic bag. Do you prefer those? Mostly they're sold to like restaurants and like the because they're bigger portions. Do you prefer those seasonings or you prefer the seasonings at the supermarket? Which one do you think is superior?
All right, may I be honest with you? You have a seasoning. They call it jerk seasoning in Jamaica. It's still downtown.
Right.
See? Every time me have somebody I go Jamaica and me go Jamaica, me make sure me I bring my mother or somebody I bring at least 10 to 20 pounds of that I come up. Right. You see me I say? Because that season they have a mixture of everything. I like that. But you see when it come on to the powder season overall for me, whether it be in the clear bag or not, me not a big fan of it, to be honest with me. Yeah man, as someone me pick it up if me need it, if me say alright, me need to have it in the house, yeah. Because sometimes you go whip up something and you go use it. But in general, now man, me spend my little hour, half an hour cut up everything, man. when I need to cut up and massage when I need for massaging, because nothing beat the natural flavor to me. As I say, same thing with our coconut milk. Brother, I'm not even too fancy using the tin coconut milk them. I always right now. I just the other day I know say I can blend coconut. And I make the coconut milk, to be honest with them.
You used to grate it.
When I get it, I grate that box cover. You see me? Alright.
Boy, I remember when we used to do that with nothing, man.
Yeah,
rub off my knuckle them and anything there.
Yo, me I sit down and watch football. You see me? I sit down and I grate my coconut. Bam, bam, bam. You see me? I say? And get some water and, make we drink, make we coconut milk and thing and put in the rice and peas or your chicken or whatever the case is. Yeah, man.
Mostly, I must admit, most of the time lately, I use coconut milk out of the can or coconut powder because it's just easy, quick and easy. And when you live in a busy life sometimes, and you know what I mean, it's just easier to do that. But I think that, like when it comes to like Thanksgiving and little occasions like that, I think why not? I think why not buy a coconut and then just blend it up? You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Just do it. Just nice up that local moment there.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. Nothing nice when you taste a coconut and you taste the natural one. Don't get me wrong. Me have coconut milk too, where sometimes you have to just bust it and you see me, and use it and think. As I say, we have a busy life too, So, but in general, though, for me, everything is natural. Everything. Some of my mother teach me, some of my granny teach me. And the funny thing, and I like some of the born and grow like in a country area or so.
Right.
You see me?
Right.
Yo, the love of me have for natural Jamaican natural cooking. And not even Jamaica alone, cause just what do you mean even start like Thai food? We start the Thai restaurant.
I think we were speaking about this the other day, but I'm big on Thai food myself.
Yeah, man. So you see me, because you see them, a lot of them use up them onion and cut up them stuff too, But the one thing what I don't like is when they use certain powder like MSG.
Oh, they use the MSG.
Like them thing there.
Chinese food use a lot of MSG, but I didn't know that Thai food do that too. Maybe depends on the restaurant.
It's an Asian thing there, It's mainly Asian cuisine use it mostly.
Yeah. That's interesting because I mean most of the Thai places that I go to still, because MSG is something that you can taste, I don't know if you've ever noticed that still, but MSG is something you can taste. Like you can taste when food have MSG in there a lot of the times, you know what I mean? Most of the Thai food restaurants that I've been to lately, I'm not saying they're not using MSG, Ali, but I don't get that because even like the chicken, let's say I order like some chicken pad thai or something like that. Usually the chicken don't taste that much seasoned, which that makes me know that they didn't use MSG on that, because if it was MSG, it would have tasted very seasoned. You know what I mean?
All right. Yeah, me have a place where I go. I'm always get like my stir fry.
Yeah.
I'm always it name K-pop or something like that. But it's a big restaurant in Atlanta.
Yeah.
See? And when I eat them like them stir fry, even if you drink all them soup, sometimes you taste that MSG in it, man, for real, man.
Right.
You can taste it because, again, I guess different places do different things.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But I know it's mainly in a Chinese cuisine, you probably find it the most. But Thai do it, man.
So, question, right? Was the best meal you ever had prepared by a man or a woman, and what was that meal?
All right, no. Yo, that's a hard question for me, because I can tell you something. My mother make one of the best oxtail. You see me? Anytime she cook up her oxtail and thing, everybody wants, You see me I say? But on another level now, me have my uncle. Me have two uncles, right? One of them, when I talk about the best jerk chicken, right? Even yesterday, we do up a wicked cooking. So I invite the family over to my house and stuff. We do some jerk chicken, jerk pork, and shrimp and fish and all of them good stuff there. You see me I say?
Yeah.
And him cook, when him cooking, everybody love it for him cooking, because him cooking, they're on a different level.
Yeah.
You see me? But, when you talk about the meal now, I have another uncle now, him, God rest him soul, Zane.
Yeah.
Him first introduced me to that thing I them call turkey neck.
Yeah.
Turkey neck was something I never eat before, I never know nothing about that.
So get to oxtail.
Yeah, see me, I say, let me tell you something. Portland. Yes, when them man they come in and say, I cook up some turkey neck and rice and peas. Let me tell you something, Bridget. Are the best cooking that me ever eat in my life.
Yeah.
Up to the day when the man was alive. You see when the man was alive? When me used to the Kingston, you see me?
Right.
Me used to order theme food. Me used to have somebody go Portland. When them go Portland, have me pay them for bring back him the man food. You see me? That's how I love that. Cause, right now, I'm living in Atlanta, you see? And right now, I can tell you this. I don't go Jamaican restaurant. Yes, just the other day, I asked Carlos to a Jamaican restaurant. I don't go Jamaican restaurant. Just because I can't get the good quality Jamaican cooking. It's hard to find that a Jamaican restaurant nowadays.
You're absolutely right. I mean, I go to a few, there's a select few that I go to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's so many of them and they all don't do it right, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
There's a select few that actually take the time and do it right. And then sometimes they will do it right sometimes, but they're just not consistent, because, I've worked in Jamaican restaurant before. Sometimes you change the chef and then, when you change the chef, say, is
a different type.
Man, listen, when you change a chef in a restaurant, that can make you or break you,
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Listen, man, that can make you or break you because the chef is everything, Bridget. You know what I mean?
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. A real thing, man. Yeah, man. May I be honest with you. Like when, you see, anytime I eat like home make food, I feel better. The food tastes better. Because you take your time and cook and things than when you eat enough of them commercial restaurant food and stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because them have to do everything them do, them have to look for the measurements, them have to do everything cheaper and all of that. And then the prep time, a lot of people like the prep timing, so enough people now prep it the natural way. Yes, them add them liquor, whatever they want to put in and change up the flavor and all. I can't deal with that, brother.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, Mr. Yase, man. Mr. Yase. So, last question, Ali, before we close out the live, bro. Last question. All-time cooking or modern day cooking? What say you? Which one is better?
By far, with a long slice. All-time cooking, bad man.
Yeah.
Yes, I said all-time cooking. Nothing cannot beat all-time cooking. Cooking. Then take them time and cook them food, as me tell you. Them older people, when them are cooking, brother, them it's like you have to wonder them just harmonize with them food when them are cooking.
Wow.
Yes, it's hard to find. We can't get tell me. I don't know if you can even tell me an old person we cook.
Yeah.
And then I say them food that tastes good. If even my granny tell me say she mess up our food or for example she put too much salt, when you go taste that, you say, I was share how many I talk about. The food shot. You see me, I say, all time cooking by far, man. The remedy where them use for cook them food. Compared to now, where you have what this thing your name? I just want me start use my one and I have it long time. Not toaster, air fryer. You see me? Yeah, use air fryer. Yeah, use this for cook your thing. Yeah, ready make food. All of them stuff there. Nah, man. Nah, man, a whole time remedy. Hey, one thing I can tell you now. One thing my mother always tell me, careful of certain food I eat. Like right now, my scar, They come on to any liquidy food. You see me? Nobody can cook liquid food like soup and red peas and
stew peas.
Stew peas. Nah, man.
You call us about stew peas earlier.
I'm afraid of stew peas, I'm afraid of soup. But now go around yeah, man. Hey, people, I say, I make some stew peas. I say, all right, good luck with that. I'm good still.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. A Jamaican thing still, you know.
Yeah, you know, we're superstitious. Jamaican people superstitious and things still.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's the first thing I tell my wife, man, when she say, yo, she cook, I say, yo, may I cook 2 piece? She said, no. Some brown stew chicken, I say, all right, that's good. After I run through it, man, and tell her, I say, yo, me know, so me get tasty. Yeah, man, she makes some wicked soup more white, red pea soup and things, so.
Yeah, she kick your foot long time, man.
Yes, man. I mean, take it gracefully. Yeah, man, for real, man.
Yo, Ali, as
Yes,
always,
sir.
bro. As always, bro. You know what I mean? It's like 100% pleasure. You know what I mean? Corresponding with your brother and having this conversation with you, man. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, it's 8 o'clock right now, and we want to close out the live. Pan time, you know, so. You know what I mean? Everybody that has their plans after 8 can, you know, get back to their regular scheduled program. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And again, man, I love the movement, as I'm saying, people. On the like, share, subscribe. You see me tune in every Sunday between the hours of 5 and 6.
5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I think now Jamaica is an hour behind Eastern Standard Time. So for Jamaica time would be 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. for Jamaica time. But for Eastern Standard Time, us on the East Coast, Atlanta, New York, Florida, Virginia, the Carolinas, we are 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you know?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Tune in, man. For real, man.
Right.
Always interesting. Yeah,
yes, man. Hey, Ali, big up yourself, bro, and we connect off the air now.
All right, manners and respect. Manners and respect.
Blessings, blessings.
All right, cool. Yeah, man.
All right, people, that was Ali. Wow. You know, so far so good, guys. The live is nothing less than amazing, to say the least. You know what I mean? So far so good. We had some very, 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 very interesting calls. I really enjoyed my time speaking with everyone. Everyone made some good points, and I know we'll get some amazing clips out of this live. You know what I mean? Some very interesting clips, and it'll do very well. Guys, you can check me out on Instagram at Kadu Williams Graham. You can check me out on Facebook, Tristan Kadu, and you can check me out on TikTok at Kadu Williams. You know what I mean? So if you guys want to see clips on there, there will be clips on there, but I will also be posting clips on YouTube as well. I just might not post them as fast. But what I will do is I'll have timestamps for you. And I know I'm a little bit behind on timestamps for the older videos, but I promise I'll catch up. I just need to get some help here. You know what I mean? I can't do it all by myself, you know, and I haven't been doing it all by myself. So I just need to, you know, get some more help. Hopefully I can have some more people on the team help me out with the timestamps and some other stuff, you know, because, you know, this is basically a studio that we're running right here to give you this live show. You know, if you're on my Instagram or my TikTok or Facebook, you'll see my behind the scenes video of what, you know, equipment I'm working with and so on and so forth. You know, it's a studio, you know, if you guys were on the live earlier when I was trying to connect a call through WhatsApp, I had some technical difficulties. So there's, you know, hardware things that you have to deal with and software things. You know, it's not particularly easy, but, you know, at the end of the day, we are in the, you know, studio engineering, you know, music field. So it's, you know, sometimes we have hiccups, but, you know, that was my fault. You know, I should have did a proper sound check, which I didn't do. And next time it won't happen again, because I will do the proper preparation to make sure that all my means of communicating is kicking on all 6 cylinders. All right. So people, thank you for the live, for joining the live. Thank you for everyone that's in the chat. Thank you for everyone that called in. Thank you for everyone that viewed and participated, you know. And if you haven't already, guys, please like, share, and subscribe and comment. Also, go ahead and check out a new track that I just released with Delarue called Boom Bye Bye. I can't play a lot of it. I'm just gonna play just a little bit of it, just a little bit. I'm just to preview it a little bit because it has certain expletives, and we're trying to make the live, nice and clean, family oriented. We don't want any curse words. So I'm gonna play like 5 seconds, 10 seconds of it, but you guys can go and check it out on the channel, YouTube channel Delarue Radio. That's DELARUE Radio, and the track is called Boom Bye Bye. I'm gonna play just a little bit of it. All right.
You know I'm going up. Hello. Oh, go on. Don't know about that. There we go. Fuck to them a play me song fancy pole a girl up.
Alright, I can't play no more right, because it has a lot of expletives. But guys, go check it out, for the people that are into dancehall, trap dancehall, love the hardcore Grammy type of vibe. Go check it out, you know what I mean? Delarue, Boom Bye Bye. Alright, so we're about to wrap it up, people. Thank you for everyone for coming in. Thank you for your support. And I hope to see you for the next live. Alright, so we're going to take it out with this song right now.
My God! My God!
Girl, you better can cook. Think you're there for your pretty look. You want to leave a restaurant and come down, man, bank book. Cook, recipe book. Go in at the kitchen from your hand, them no look, you better cook. Think you're there for your pretty look. You want to leave a restaurant and come down, man, bank book. Cook, recipe book. Go in at the kitchen from your hand, them no look.
My God!
Big Sunday morning,
my God!
In a bed for you, boil some banana, steam some fish head. You mad? Boy, you want sausage and egg. Big man, no wanna bully beef and bread first thing. Better get your fingernails clipped. Snip, snip, tall fingernails take a trip. You know you can't peel green banana with it plus dumpling. You better can cook. Think you're there for your pretty look. You want to leave a restaurant and come down, man, bank book. Cook, recipe book. Go in at the kitchen from your hand, them no look, you better cook. Think you're there for your pretty look. You want to leave a restaurant and come down, man, bank book. Cook, recipe book. Go in at the kitchen from your hand, them no look. Have some gal way past them teen. Big atty I live pan sardine. Can't even cook out food and broad bean, but them ready for the devil knows ice cream. Shireen, I was smell so green. I must some last week food you a steam. No sir, I couldn't the cabbage smell so mean. A running belly you want give me. Girl, I better can cook. Think you're there for your pretty look. You want to leave a restaurant and come down, man, bank book. Cook, recipe book. Go in at the kitchen from your hand, them no look, you better cook. Think you're there for your pretty look. You want to leave a restaurant and come down, man, bank book. Cook, recipe book. Go in at the kitchen from your hand, them no look.
The Lord said, you must eat and be satisfied.
Oh, no, the killer and the bad doctor.
Something alright. Something alright there.
My God! My God!
Yo, Kado, you see, girl, me look good.